In 3, 2, 1, let's fucking roll.
Hey, I like the energy. I like the energy.
All right.
We're starting strong, man.
Mr. Fred Allen, thank you very much for coming. I really appreciate you here.
Thank you for not saying my last name. I appreciate that.
So, I want to say congratulations because you are practically the first black man on the podcast. So.
Hey, yo! Representing, you know? If I ever die, make sure I die with the 10. It's part of the brand, you know? It's part of the brand, brother.
So that's that. And I think that we really have like a very good conversation even before this is live. So I'm very excited with how things go.
I am too. I want to see what you got in store for me, bro.
For sure. Fred, you strike me as someone who is very, 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 very charming. I think that you have this rare ability to tell stories in such a captivating way. And I even remembered how you can notice the unconscious habits that I have when I'm communicating with my hands. You know, when I was doing that. So what I'm hearing from you and what I noticed, that one. So what I'm hearing from you, I was like, holy shit, this guy's smart, you know?
Bro, it's really hard to miss when I'm hearing from, like, if you talk to someone, it's super hard to miss so what I'm hearing for you is that you're very detailed. You're like, how you miss all this? You know, like, it's hard to miss that, bro. It's so hard.
But honestly speaking, I think that a person's ability to notice the little things speaks to that person's intelligence in that regard. You know? So I want to say thank you very much for that.
Thank you for calling me smart. I never thought about that. By the way, we got Mitch here, so y'all don't see.
I want to say hi.
Nanti angle-nya berubah lagi.
I don't fucking care. Just fucking relax.
Yeah, that's our goofy partner right here. You know?
This is Mitch right there. And from our previous interactions, I always leave the conversation feeling good when I'm around you. Holy shit.
Wow, really?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like, honestly speaking, like, I feel like I'm not a piece of shit, which I often feel, you know?
Damn.
So
that's not gay, Mitch.
Yeah. Would you like to?
Now this is gay. Okay. That is gay. What the hell? He said, would you like to what, brother? What are you? Yo, this reminds me of this early morning when I was at Endomart. I told them earlier, but I'm going to say it again for the Indonesian people listening. I was at Endomart. If you don't know what it is, it's basically a mini mart here in Indonesia. And I was standing there and I was wearing my tank top, getting ready to go to work. And as I was standing looking outside, waiting for the cashier to finish handling my business, all I hear is in Indonesian, it goes, Gantang cantik ya, gantang cantik ya, gantang cantik ya. And I'm like, what the hell? For those who don't understand, gantang is handsome, cantik is beautiful. So imagine some random guy just like, beautiful, handsome, beautiful, handsome. So I look to the left, is this old Asian man with red eyes. I'm like, damn. And then he goes, wow, look, gantang cantik ya. I'm like, what's going on? And then he asked me like, lo dari mana? Lo tinggal di mana? Berapa lama kamu tinggal di sini? All of that basically mean, where are you from? How long you lived here? I was like, whoa, why is he talking to me like I'm a woman? You know what I mean? When I got out there, I felt really uncomfortable. And that old man might have been gay. Which reminds me of the gay situation we just had right now. Right? Think about it now. That's 2 gay occasions in one day. Yeah.
He had red eyes, you said?
Yeah, he had like those red, like, you know those like hard working eyes? Like red smoking eyes. Like you just been smoking cigarettes your whole life. You don't take care of your skin.
Does he turn you on?
Not as much as you do. You absolute weirdo. I don't even think he turns his wife on. That is if he has a wife. I would imagine he has a gay lover. I don't know. Yeah. I'd have to have a gay lover for that, brother.
My God, yeah. Fred, I'm very curious, you know, like considering that we spoke in our previous conversation, you strike me as someone who's very charming, you're socially intelligent, and you have this, I don't know, this rare ability to make people feel good around you. I'm very curious, like, have you always been socially intelligent and charming as a young kid? Or was it different back then? Can you talk to me the story of your childhood, how you grew up as a young man? You know, I'm very curious in that regard.
That's a fully loaded question. We getting straight into it. Yeah. So to answer your question, bro, in regards to my childhood, I think I had an unorthodox childhood because I was moved a lot.
You were what?
I was moved a lot.
You were moved a lot.
I was moved a lot in my childhood. And I think maybe it's due to my upbringing that allowed me to be more sensitive to the environment and how to properly gel with the environment, get along. right? It's just like the analogy I was giving you earlier about women and back in the prehistoric days. You know, when we had villages fighting amongst villages, if you take the woman from one village and you bring her to your village, you just killed her husband. Yeah. Now she has to come and assimilate with this new village. For you to assimilate, you have to be very, very aware socially. You have to be aware socially. You have to pick up on cues real fast to be able to assimilate yourself in that environment. And I think due to me, my upbringing and being moved a lot, I mean, look at me right now, bro. I'm in Jakarta, Indonesia, in Pendok Indah, sitting across Dave and some goofy ass girl, right? And we're discussing whatever we're about to discuss with. If I was not moved a lot, or if I was not socially or very aware of my surroundings and picking up on people's emotions and reactions, how could I survive or flourish in those different environments? So it's like, I think that was just, that muscle had to grow. And it just naturally grew. So, which is weird because as long as I can remember, I feel like I've always been like this. So maybe I was naturally gifted or I was naturally born in this sense, but in just, you know, being put through those environments challenged me to push it further. You know what I mean?
Holy shit, that's so cool. So what I am hearing...
Well, yo, I'm just telling you, like, you will be a well, I know you are. You are a phenomenal teacher. Like, phenomenal teacher. Teaching kids, I think you would do a fantastic job.
Why?
Because you're so expressive in a sense where it's detailed and it's constructed and it's instructional. And I think kids need that. Adults will be like, what do you mean what you're hearing? Like, bro, I'm a grown man. Just say what you're hearing. But a kid will be like, Mr. Dave said, when we hear things, we see it. Yeah, it's just like, and then I think you might have a good time teaching kids because like you're literally, you know, educating the future of our generation. But yeah, I think you're phenomenal.
I do enjoy teaching those kids. I mean, like, if my students are listening at this point, like, I really, really find that moment very, very, how should I say, meaningful in that regard. Very, very meaningful. What I'm hearing... bad habit here.
No, keep going, bro.
What I'm hearing from you is that the nature of how you grew up as a child is that you're being moved a lot. And because you're being moved a lot, you are... not coerced. What's the right word to say that?
You're forced to grow.
Would you say you were forced to grow?
I would say forced.
You would say forced to grow.
Forced.
The environment forced you to develop this ability to pick up cues on people in order to assimilate yourself into various different groups. You practically become like water, you know? You can flow basically anywhere. And that is exactly what made you socially intelligent as a young man, because that's a necessary survival mechanism that you have to develop when you were young.
That's you beautifully put it, man. I never even thought about that. Like water, that's some Jet Li type shit. Yeah, that's beautifully put, bro.
To be like water, yeah.
That's it, man. Phenomenal teacher right here, brother.
Appreciate it, brother. Fred, I think that the relationship between a father and a son is quite interesting if you look at it. It's very unique. Yeah. I think that when we were kids, we tend to look up to them as heroes. But when we were teenagers, we might harbor a little bit of resentment and bitterness because we realize that our fathers are not what we expect them to be. At least that's what I'm going at this point. But I realized that when I talk with older men, like, they always come to the same common conclusion that they have started to realize that their fathers are just like them, deeply broken, and therefore they are able to forgive and to accept them as humans who just had the opportunity to live once in this earth. So my question to you would be, how do you see your father as a figure? Like, does he have a massive influence to you as a man right now?
With all due respect, bro, I've never been asked this question.
You've never been asked this question?
My whole life to this day, I've never been asked such a question. So I'm going to try and answer it as properly as I can, okay? If I was to construct it, first things first, I would have to say, are you listening, Mitch?
Yes.
Okay. As much as I love my father, that man is a goofy ass dude. Okay, like no, that's my pods. But when you look at the decision this goofball has made, it's goofy ass decisions, like, really. But like, beautiful, like what you said earlier, right? When you're younger, you idolize them. They're like superheroes. And you get to a point where you start to like visualize them would be. And then after that, you humanize them. So for me, I feel like due to me constantly moving, I I idolized my pops, but he was rarely around. So in my head, I still idolize him because when you used to ask me, what do you want to be in the future? Businessman, in and out, papa. Because that's what he used to be. That's what he represented to me. A dude who gets money and he's in and out. He comes, he sees you for about a month, and then he bounces. You see him 6 months later because he's busy making money. And as long as life continues at the state that he's at, he's doing his job. He's out there doing his job. So I idolize him as a businessman, right? Then you grow and for me, I did get angry at my dad, but I was just like, well, that was fair. That was fair. But you grow and then you just start to see the truth of it all. Like, man, like as phenomenal as he is, do I really want this life? Do I really want to have children around the world? Do I really want to have this kind of stress? Right? And then you start to humanize them based on the decision they made because of the life they had to live. Because of, you know what I mean? The decision they made for you as a young man when you had no power to say no or yes. You humanize it because you realize he made the best decision he thought he could at that time for you.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's why. Now, I'm not saying everyone was lucky enough to have a phenomenal father like me. My dad is like my guy. Like I said, he's goofy. I can call him goofy because that's my guy. I call my dad right now and say, I know you're a goofy ass old man. And he'll just laugh. But because I still have a very high level of respect for him. But I think it's due to, especially a relationship, as you said, between a young man and his father. It's a very, very strong relationship if you were blessed enough or lucky enough to have one of such, right? Because you humanize him and you can relate to him because the world smacks you every day as a man and you realize what he was going through. Yeah. You realize it, right? Look at us right now. We're young men. Could you imagine being 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, you have 2-3 kids you got to feed? We don't know what that's like. I don't know. But that's what some of our parents went through, right? Now, if you had to go through that, how would you survive? Imagine going to a job, getting maybe your boss talk shit, your environment talk shit, and you got to come back home to 2 goofy ass kids and a wife, right? How do you like mentally manage that? Because you got to keep in mind your hopes and aspirations are practically dead and gone. Because now you're in survival mode.
You have responsibilities to carry.
Yeah, I think some men go through a lot, and I just think like maybe sometimes we just need to appreciate men, which is sad because we don't really appreciate men in our societies as much as I feel we should. Exactly. Especially fathers too, right? Like fathers who are present in people's lives. Because it's hard. I think we all want to have our cake and eat it too. But you can't even have your cake and eat it too with your motherfucking self. You're not in top tier shape. You're not out here chasing your dreams. You're not out here each and every single day taking action. So why do you expect another human to be perfect?
Why do you set such an idealized standard upon your father when you do not set that same standard upon yourself?
Yeah, and now you only realize that when you become an adult. Exactly. Or aka when you become a real man.
True.
A real man. Yeah, when you become a real man or you become a man, you realize like, oh, look at all the things I was expecting from this old dude. And what am I doing? You know, just to change the topic really funny, I was just not recently, but this is pop culture. Everyone out there who knows 50 Cent, you know 50 Cent?
I know.
Mitch, you know 50 Cent?
I do.
Oh, of course, right? What is that? What was that song? Candy Shop. I take it to the candy shop. All right. Go Shorty. It's your birthday. Yeah. So 50. What's pretty interesting is when 50 came out with that song, Go Shorty, It's Your Birthday, he was like 20 something in his late 20s or early 30s. But I believe he was like 27, 20, 30 or like right at the edge of it. And he had a son at the time, which is why one of the reasons which motivated him to push to be a rapper, because he was doing some real unorthodox shit in the background. Okay. Right. And what's ironic to me is this. I want to say this to say that. As we speak currently, 50 Cent's son is somewhere north of 26, 27 years old.
Okay.
And he's complaining. And in the past couple of years, he's been complaining online saying that he hasn't received enough money from his father.
The fuck?
He went online and is like, do you think you can survive with, was it $4,500 a month?
That's a lot, brother.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money, brother.
Imagine you have to rebuild your life with $4,500 a month. You think you can do that? $4,500? And then I just looked at that and I thought to myself, no wonder you and your dad are not in talking terms. You are a grown man at the age of like 24, 25, getting $4,500. Well, you were getting $4,500 a month from your dad. By the time, do you know when you were around your age, your father had a son? And he figured it out and then he became 50 Cent? You're not that far away from him being the biggest he was when he dropped those records in 2003. Because 50 Cent was not some 40-year-old man. He was like 30 or 29. You're 24, 25. brother, by that time you were already born. And that's what it refers back to humanizing your parents. And I think he's yet to achieve that.
I find it very interesting how when a young man is not given the opportunity to be exposed to the reality of the real world, they are not able to develop maturity and the realization that their fathers are absolutely killing it, because they have this idealized bubble that they have. But if they are not exposed to the real world, they cannot see, shit, man.
The real world.
I am an old infant,
I'm an old infant. I'm a grown baby.
Yeah, I'm a man child, And why is it that he's not able to see that? Because again, he's not given the no. It's not that he's not given the opportunity. He does not willingly choose to see that, shit, this is basically what my father did when he was 27, and I haven't even reached up to the level,
Mm-hmm. Hey,
he become.
You're a Joe Rogan guy. How old was 50 Cent when he dropped in the club? Find out for us.
Find out for us.
Joking. Chat GPT that shit.
This is Joe Rogan type of shit, yeah. But yeah, I think it's very cool, because that's exactly what I'm experiencing right now, I've only started to realize how great my father is when I dived into the optical store, because I realized how hard shit is to find money. Before I went into the optical store, I was asking the question, why is it that I do not have the same father that could fund my studies abroad to Australia or to China or whatsoever? I have that little bit of resentment in that regard. Because I saw my other friends like, how is it that their fathers can send these kids to China and whatsoever, and their kids blow it off? I would use that opportunity better. But why is it that I don't have those opportunities? I was angry. But when I was in the optical store, I was like, oh, fucking hell, my dad was doing great. And I feel like that's something that I should say to him for once. I'm proud of you that, it's not easy to feed 2 kids and to give us a house like this.
Facts.
That's something that me and my mom often talked about, how hardworking that is.
Have you given him his flowers yet?
Nah.
Are you waiting for him to die?
Nah, I'm afraid I should give it now. Will you accompany me to the bouquet right now?
You got your goofy sister here. You better take both of your goofy ass kids and go do that. Yeah, for sure. I feel like what you said there is beautiful. I think you definitely need to give your old man his flowers before it's too late. You don't want to hand him his flowers on his deathbed. Right? Give it to him while he's still here, man. Like we did for Kobe. You know Kobe? Yeah, man, for sure. I want to tap on this thing. When your question you asked, you said, the young man comparing him can't see the hard work his father has done, and you were comparing to him being sheltered or something like that. You know who's responsible for that? Who? The mother. A lot of the times it's the mother.
Shit.
Because mothers or women are nurturing, right? I think a lot of people confuse being able to raise a child to nurturing. Nurturing is not the ability to raise a child. Nurturing is the ability to take care of a child, not raise it. Taking care of a child and raising a child is different. And the way you raise a man and the way you raise a woman is
completely different things.
So a lot of the times when you see young men who were raised by their mothers, they have feminine energy, aka, can you survive on a month of $4,500 a month? That's a grown man. That's some shit a woman would say. A woman would say that. Because it's like she doesn't have real survival instincts.
True.
So she would say like, well, I'm just getting this and it's not enough. If you hear that from your little sister, you're just like, okay, right? You can just roll your eyes at it and just look over it. But whenever you're constantly, that's why I believe that you've heard, I don't know if you heard of this saying, iron sharpens iron.
I do. It's from Proverbs.
Yeah. Iron sharpens iron. So if you are constantly being raised by your mother, constantly be raised by your sister, or you're just engulfed in estrogen.
Okay, that's a funny way to put it.
It's true. Like, am I wrong, Mitch? Right?
Mitch, do you know what estrogen is?
Like the male.
It's the female hormones. Testosterone is the male hormone.
Testosterone is the one that was injected.
Goofy woman.
And then the estrogen is the one that you have whenever it's your period and you're bitching and nagging him. Those emotions come from that estrogen. So you can imagine if you're constantly being engulfed in estrogen, right? What do you think? You're going to view life through a woman's lens. You're gonna view it through it, but that's what they're putting in your head. I genuinely believe that kids are nothing but freaking empty computers, man. They're goofy. They got nothing in their head, and it's your responsibility as a father, as an older brother, or as a parent, or as a leader to install a proper OS operating system in there. It's your responsibility because if you don't, the school system will.
Yeah.
If you don't, the environment will. So it's your responsibility to do so. And it goes back to it again. The reason why some young men are incapable of seeing the hard work of their fathers is because the mother shelters them so much. So much. And sometimes fathers do too, but very few.
Very few.
But
Very few.
mostly it's the mom. And if you're constantly surrounded by that kind of loving, tender energy, how are you ever going to grow? You will never feel the need to grow.
You know that there's these two stories that is very interesting.
Glad you like that.
You know, do you know the story of Hansel and Gretel?
Is it those two goofy ass kids that went to the woods?
Yeah, and then they went into a house, right? And
The
then-
witch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is very interesting how like these kinds of stories have such deep meaning that it could be applied into the real world if you have the eyes to see it. So this is a story. There's Hansel and Gretel, right? And they are lost in the woods. Okay, they're lost in the woods, and then they see a house. They see a house, and it's House of Candy. Right? It's a reality that is too good to be true, right?
Oh.
But it represents that, right? It represents comfort and a sense of nurturement that is overloaded, right? So they enter into the house. What do they find there? They found the devouring witch.
Yeah.
So what does the devouring witch represents? It represents the mother's love when it is too overloaded.
Oh, wow.
It destroys the soul of these children.
Oh, wow. Hey, we learned something new today, huh? I even watched the movie, but go on.
But that's very cool, you know. And another story that relates to that is the story of. Here's a question that I want to ask you: like, who do you think would be the bravest woman to ever exist in this planet?
The bravest woman to ever exist in
Who
this
do you
planet?
think?
Bro, I don't know every woman that's ever existed. Who I think would be the bravest woman to ever exist in this planet? I don't know, some goofy chick who's fighting lions. I don't know, like she brave. No, I don't know, but please tell me.
I would say Mother Mary. Do you want to know why?
Who was Mother Mary again? Was she the woman that went to Africa?
No, Mother Mary is the one who gave birth to Jesus Christ. Bro,
I thought
this is so gonna get clipped. This is so gonna get clipped. I thought you were a Christian.
Wait. But wait. Mother Mary's from the Catholic side, but yeah, for sure, she was Jesus' mom. Now, she was Jesus' mom. Well, who was the woman that went to Africa? Who was that? That nun that went to Africa? Come on, ChatGPT that shit. Hey, who was that? I'm serious. ChatGPT. Who was that woman that went to Africa? I'm telling you, there's a woman.
Search it up.
There's a woman who went to Africa and raised all those damn African kids. And she was feeding them.
Funny, man.
The nun from Africa.
Who is Mother Mary?
That raised the African kids? Is it African kids? I forgot her name.
I fucking died.
Raised by the black nun. I forgot. You got it.
Did you got it?
Nah, bro.
Hey,
I
did you got
forgot her
it?
name. The white nun. Mother Teresa.
Mother Teresa. Mother
Yeah,
Teresa.
her mother and now her religion. I was like, hey, it's not the woman who was raising kids in Africa or something. And you're like, nah, she raised Jesus. You goofy ass. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's going up on the internet, man. The internet's gonna know I don't know my shit.
When I'm laughing too much, I cut down the oxygen supply to my brain, and therefore I lost my trains of thoughts. But here, let me explain to you why Mother Mary is one of the strongest women to ever live. Because Mother Mary is basically the representative of what feminine courage is, to let your son face the destruction of the world. That is basically the power of true motherly love. You know, when you're able to say, you know, go out there, you know, confront the world, you know, and even allow your son to face the possibility of destruction. Why? For the sake of resurrection into a better man.
Take a resurrection into a better man. Yeah.
So I think that in order for the new to die, the old must die. In order for the new to arise, the old must die. You know?
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's why it's very cool if you really have the eye to see these things. You can start to see how these mythological stories actually have a deeper meaning into their life and how you can extract it and apply it into your daily life. You know, the reason why the candy house destroys the children is because it's the same thing how a mother's love, when it is overloaded, destroys a children's soul.
Especially the men.
Especially the men. When it comes to young women, I think it's
They just become
context.
picky and princessy and all that.
Which I think that they should be princessy and picky. You know, they have to have a high standard so that the men they could find men that might be able to give them the life that they want.
But the problem is those men end up leaving them because those women are never satisfied. But which brings me back to I don't want to lose that train of thought. By the way, earlier when you said something along the lines of you didn't realize how hard it was to make a living until you went to the optical store with your pops and saw it, and it reminds me of the same reason why in the olden tradition the man would go work all day, come back at the end of the month, he would hand the check over to his wife, and when you're a young man, you see a check of money your people, your parents, your father worked very hard for, and he's handing it over to his wife. I think it's even in a Chinese tradition, I believe. In a Chinese tradition, some men hand their monthly check over to their wife.
That's not how my dad did it.
Yeah, of course not. Of course not. Right?
If that's what my dad did, my mom's gonna bring home with a bag of Hermie or something.
Yeah, and that's a problem. But then again, that's a beautiful thing, because whenever you see that as a young man, you're like, why don't you give your whole check to that woman? You tripping. That's crazy. Why would you do that? But then as you get an adult and you sit down and you speak to them, you find out the reason why they give them the check is the same reason why you respected your father, because then you realize why your dad can't afford to do those things for you, because you saw how hard it is to get that kind of money.
Exactly.
And now it humanizes it and then brings you back down to reality. There's no fantasy anymore. You're not like, when you're sitting at home and your dad goes out and comes back and you have all this shit, like, look at all this cheap ass shit, right? You can sit there and fantasize about doing things, but the moment you go out there, you see the hard work and how much it comes from it, you realize like, oh shit, we can't be doing that. You come back to reality. And it's the same reason why those men used to give the checks to their wife. So it prevented her from looking at things they can't afford.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, it
That's
prevents
cool.
you, because you see how much I make. You see me outside every morning. I come back every evening. I'm tired in the mug. I only get one day of rest every single week. And that day you make me do dumb shit. And then now you want to sit and tell me you want some Gucci bag and Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton who? You can't even pronounce the name, bitch. Right? You want all this stuff. But the moment I hand you the check, I hand you my whole check, you can see how much we really have. And that prevents you from
having an idealized bubble in your head.
you come back to reality and you focus on what we can achieve here.
I find it very interesting how appreciation always comes hand in hand with understanding.
Oh, yeah, that's a beautiful statement. Go on. I didn't think about
Thank you
that.
very much.
I didn't think about that, Mitchy Mitch.
The only way you can start to appreciate your partner or your father or whoever it is when you understand how hard it takes to do how hard it takes to accomplish these things that you often take for granted. Why? Because you're not understanding of what it cost them.
Beautiful. That is so true. Have you ever had a situation where you did not appreciate something and then you had to go through it and you realize how hard it is to do it and then you start appreciating it, and that is not like your father or something?
Of course. I mean, like, before I went to the optical store, I often spend so much time wasting it on social media and everything, doom scrolling here and there. But once I went to the optical store, I realized, okay, oh shit, okay. My ability to start this podcast, my ability to drive a car to have a podcast with someone else is being built upon the foundation of my father's hard work. Therefore, why the fuck am I using the time that is a luxury that is being bought by my father's sweat, wasting it on social media?
That's that's pretty cool. I never thought about that.
So I started to see the value of my free time. Why? Because the only reason why this free time can exist is because I have a father out there who is beating his ass to allow me to do this thing that I love.
Are you guys listening? This guy's spitting straight fire. Yeah, I never thought about that. Like, I never thought about that. That is another privilege that we overlook. It's like oxygen. I never thought about that. Like, the fact that we're able to sit around and do a bunch of fucking nothing is because our parents actually put in the work. They weren't playing Mobile Legends all day.
True. And that's one of the reasons why I always begin the podcast with the conversation of family and parents. Why? Because I believe that these conversations are often missing in our daily lives.
That is facts. I think it's something we do take for granted because it's just there.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it's just there's like this goofy girl right here. Like, and I take her for granted. You're right. That's
That's very
beautiful. I got to talk to my dad after that.
Hey, this Chinese boy taught me something.
Yeah, because I thought about that. I realized that thing you stated. I realized it at a younger age, but it wasn't that way. I saw it in different. I was in a boarding school. I was in boarding school and I had failed a class. I never failed a class in my life. And I failed the class because partly I was told certain things and I anticipated leaving. So I didn't take it serious. And until the year ended and I had to fail and see my friends go beyond me. And that made me realize, like, one, I never want to feel this much of a loser ever again. But two, also made me realize, like, wow, my father really spent all this money just for me to come to school and be a goofy? That makes no sense. Like, if my pops can pay all this money for me to be in this boarding school and be in this boarding house and enjoy all these amenities, isn't he doing his part? So wouldn't it be my part is only to study? I don't recall having to wake up at 7 a.m. to go and sell water on the street or anything like that. My only job is to study. And I think that changed the dynamic I had of my pops and the way I viewed school. I no longer viewed school as this, homework. No, I viewed it as my job. It was like my responsibility to go there and get as much education as I can because we're paying for it. It changed the way I view academics because we're paying for me to be here. What am I saying? I don't want to do a test. Wow, we're paying to be here. I better understand everything that's being taught to a great degree. And that actually helped me go from last in my class to like top 5. But yeah, thank you so much. That if I had extended my thought process even further, I would have seen past the school and the freedom. Like when I came to Indonesia, I didn't come here on a fucking boat. Like, seriously. There are people that come here on boats, bro. Stacked like sardines. People come here in containers. Like, people are running away from stuff. I didn't come here on a boat. I came here with Emirates, baby. You know what that is? Yeah. I came here with Emirates. Stayed up. Yes. Chilling. And when I landed here, I didn't have to hide from the immigration. Duck and dive. Immigration could come in your house right now. I'm like, what's up, baby? What you trying to, what you mean? Like, because Pops provided that. I never thought about the way you said it, just the ability to just come to a country or go anywhere. Come, pause, right? But go have the life and the freedom that we enjoy. Like that statement you made about just being able to be in your bedroom and jerking off and watching porn.
Don't point me out like that, bro. This is my podcast.
Like jerking off to gay kitty porn. Right? But being able to just waste time and doom scroll. That's a privilege.
That's a luxury.
That is a luxury in itself. And that is solely provided by our parents. Normally we think, it's a luxury because they pay the Wi-Fi bill. But no. The fact that fuck the Wi-Fi bill, the fact that you even got the time to do this. There are children hungry right now. Mother Mary's feeding them in Africa. Like, bro.
Teresa, man. Teresa, not Mary.
Sorry. Mother Teresa. Yeah, Mother Teresa. God rest her soul. She was feeding them in Africa. Them kids, you see the way they look like. And you're here, you're only thinking you're blessed because the Wi-Fi bill is paid. Like, bro, the fact that you have the time to, I love that. I never thought about that. That really opened my mind.
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate you.
Wow.
I love how each one of us like both open each other's minds in that regard. So I'm very happy.
You took it further, bro. I was here. You took it to space.
Appreciate it, man. What's a really important lesson that you learned from that? Something that still sticks at the back of your head even until now?
Little guy. That's how my dad calls me. That's how he starts. Little guy. I think one of the coolest things I learned from my dad is his failures.
Failures.
Yeah, it's his failures, man.
Are you a failure?
Am I a failure? I don't consider myself a failure. But I failed many times, dude. I failed many times. Like, bro, I failed so many times. But I've never considered myself a failure because it's not over until it's over. So unless I drop dead and die today, how can I be a failure? You know what I'm saying? But I think to answer your question, yeah, you asked what's the coolest thing, what's the best advice or the best things I learned from my father is his failures. Like my dad is a very open dude. I remember he's a like I said earlier, well I didn't say this, but he's a functioning alcoholic.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a functioning alcoholic. I mean, he's like a cool kind of alcoholic.
For a stupid audience there, what's a functioning alcoholic? Which is me, by the way. I have no idea what it is.
Mitch, you wanna check in and chip in here what a functioning alcoholic is? She also doesn't. Okay, cool. So I'll take the time. A functioning alcoholic is basically someone who can drink alcohol and still function normally.
Okay.
That's it. Like you right now, imagine you were drunk, but you can still talk. That's
That's a superpower, man.
Yeah, exactly. There are people who literally drink before they go to work and they just work. Like Mitchie, you know, call her with a whiskey, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. So functioning alcoholic is just simply someone who consumes alcohol typically on a daily basis. They are drunk, but they can still function. They can still drive their car. They can still go to work and make a business deal. Like, that's my dad. He's a functioning alcoholic, and he did it for so many years, right? So one thing about him is he's the type of alcoholic that when he gets that devil's nectar, the devil's seed, the piss of the devil in the system, he's a very talkative man. Yeah, he's he's a happy, talkative guy. So he used to like be home and then late night he'll be in his room drinking Jack Daniels. And then he'll come to my room bothering me while I'm trying to play video games. And he starts a conversation and he would just tell me all of the mistakes he made from that time when he was a goofy ass dude and went and bought a gold chain with a gold watch and then drove a BMW X6. All in Indonesia, by the way. This was not in America. Here. And he took this big old gold chain and big old gold bracelet and a big old gold watch. And he went to the club and got a VIP section and got all the chewe, right? And then his goofy ass wakes up in a cemetery. What the fuck? So goofy. That's my dad, by the way. But this dude wakes up in a cemetery with his car like that hit like a cemetery pillar, right? And he's like, I don't know if he was on the floor or he was in the car, but he woke up, car hit a cemetery pillar or whatever it is, a pillar in the cemetery. And it wasn't a like crazy crash. It's just like hit it or whatever. And the car's been running. The engine is running, right? He doesn't know where he is. And all the gold is gone.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, it's that chatway from the club, old man. She got you, old goofy ass, right? So, like, stories like that. And that's a story, as Dave would say, it's a fable. There's a deeper meaning in it. Don't trust women with your money, right? But yeah, stuff like that. He told me, like, he's just, you know, most people, I think most parents want to be perfect in front of their children. And I think that can hold their kids back a little bit. But my father is someone, I think he's just a dad, man. Like, and your dad is just going to be honest with you. If you sit down, well, I don't know. I was just blessed. Like, my father was just very honest with me. All the mistakes he made, all the money he wasted on this, on women, on this, on whatever, on business. And my father, if you think I'm a failure, you should see the business he's failed in. God, Lord. Like, but it's just the next day happens and you keep moving forward. And all the failures he's ever made, he's talked to me about it. And I think that has helped me prevent making those same type of mistakes.
I find it very interesting how perfectionism kills action.
Wow, never thought about that. I knew it, but I never put it in a word. I knew that, but I never put it in perfectionism kills action. That's a bar. That's a bar.
Thank you very much, Fred.
Yeah.
I'm going to explode in a moment. Poof! Out of embarrassment. I find it very interesting, you know, how there's a deeper meaning.
Yeah, the fables, you know. Mother Teresa was in Uganda feeding. No, Mother Mary was in Uganda feeding the children. You know, that was you. And if you look at the inkling, the nitty gritty of it at its core, you know, it's mucus of esophagus. That's you.
You can see how this book influenced the way I think, you know. Jordan Peterson influenced a lot of how I think. So I feel like you mentioned before how you appreciate your dad being so brutally honest in his relationship with you, to the point that he doesn't have these barrier of perfection, you know, in himself. So that kind of instills on you to the expectation that, oh, fucking hell, you don't have to be perfect in order to do awesome shit. You know, you can go out there, you know, into the world to make mistakes. You don't have to be perfect on the get-go. Let's fucking roll. You know?
Yeah.
And then you learn across the feedback. Oh, okay, this doesn't work out. Oh, if I go out with a girl in a BMW, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to pass out with my gold being taken away, you know?
Everything, bro. Even the radio, like, was gone. Goofball. Everything was gone.
So, in a sense, by humanizing himself in his relationship to you, it allowed you to view failure as a learning process and not necessarily as something to be avoided.
Actually, bro, to be honest, I didn't learn that from my pops, that part. I learned that from failing in school. Yeah, when I failed that class, I told you earlier, and I had to repeat, and I saw my friends who I considered friends go ahead of me in the next class, right? That reset button where I went back to the class I was in. I reset in that class. Now I have my juniors in this class. I ain't about to be a goofy with these juniors. So I had to relearn or actually learn what I had missed. And seeing myself go from last in the class to top 5, and in one of the midterms being number 1, it really made me realize, as we say, like confidence comes from like what previous actions, right? A history of evidence. So it made me realize like, holy shit, like I can actually do this. Because you got to keep in mind, bro, in that class I was in when I repeated, that new class coming in, there were sharks. Like when we're talking about the smartest class in our school, it was those freaking kids. Shit. They were the sharks of our school. We were, at the time, we were their seniors. No, yeah, we were their seniors. And even we knew they were sharks. Like, even we knew, because they would do math at our level, beyond our level. Like, the teacher sometimes would give us a test and go and select 5 kids in that class and give them the same test. And some of them would, like, surpass us. Damn. So whenever they came to where I was stuck at, I was like, I could never pass these 5 kids. They're sharks. One of them was drawing a freaking engine. He wanted to be an engineer. What a goofy ass Joseph. Was it Joseph? I was wearing glasses. Yeah, he wanted to be an engineer. And this guy knew everything. And he was fascinated by the most goofy ass shit. But he was so smart. And I thought to myself, how could I ever pass him and then a girl who was like, they've known each other since they were middle school. No, elementary school. Him and that girl, they knew each other since we were elementary school. And by the way, broski, if you ever come across this video, just know that girl, she was into me. I did some things with her. I know you thought she was gonna be your wife, and she was not a good girl. Trust me, behind closed doors, she was a freak. So what I am saying is, when they did join me, I felt like, whoa, how am I supposed to even like pass them? These are the smartest in the school. Like, whoa. And then somehow when I was able to do it in that midterm, not end of term, midterm. There's a difference between end of term and midterm. Midterm is what you have in the middle of your regular term, that exam. When I was able to surpass them, it made me feel like I could do anything if I put my mind to it. It really made me feel like I could really do anything if I put my mind to it, because I couldn't imagine ever passing these kids. They were so smart.
We all have potential, right? In a sense, it's just whether or not you're gonna set your mind into it.
Yeah. That's true, man.
Awesome. That's this is a very off-topic question, but
no, I'm not gay. I don't like you like that, dude. You know, I'm just here for the free food. Hawkman, by the way. And the so-called, I'm not even gonna give him free sponsors.
Guys, he's drinking coconut oil or something from Africa.
Literally, dude, it says African. And they're trying to tell me it's Chinese medicine. It's goofy ass girl. It literally says African sea coconut brand. Which part of that is China? Just because it looks Chinese and it's red. Yeah, go on.
This is by far like one of the most chaotic podcasts I've ever had. I love how being seductive is basically trying to spotlight the other person to the point that oh my god, yeah, I love myself, you know.
Oh my god, I will run off that, dude. Yeah.
So considering that you're very beautiful as a person,
bro, you are the worst. Yeah. So check, consider that you're a very beautiful forehead. I was wondering if you could get the fuck up and to get the charger. Bro, that was the worst. That's the worst.
This is by far one of the most chaotic podcasts that I've ever hosted. Decent price, yeah. We're not gonna talk about politics here, unfortunately.
You know what I want to get into? Donald Trump.
we don't talk about that here.
I want to get into Donald Trump and how the Turker jobs and. Bro, that's a lie, dude. I'm in Indonesia, bro. I could care less, brother.
3 words to describe mom. What would those words be?
My mother?
3 words to describe mom.
My biological mother. Unfortunately, I haven't seen her in many years. Hey, we're getting deep. But yeah, I haven't seen her in many years, so I wouldn't know. I guess, yeah, motherly, caring, I don't know, motherly, caring. Let me describe a woman I actually know, bro. That is also my mother.
Sure.
I would describe her as, well, she's a phenomenal woman, man. Strong. Kind. And loving.
This is the first time I see you having a thoughtful face.
Yeah, because that's the woman that raised me. What do you think I'm gonna be? I'm gonna think about a woman that raised me, and I go like, yeah. So this bitch, like, what did you expect? That's my mom. That's not my biological mom, but that's like my mom, Buffy. Shout out to mom. You know, Buffy. Yeah,
Strong, kind, and loving.
The reason why I say that is because she was hard enough to be like strict, but kind enough to be soft. You know what I mean?
That's so cool, you know, having that balance, as you said, right? The yin and yang.
Yeah, that's why I called her strong at the beginning, because like you got to be a very strong woman too. As you said, the strongest woman was that woman who raised children in Africa, Mother Mary, right? Joking. Okay, the strongest woman was the Mother Mary, as you said, is because she was a woman who was willing to put her son out there in the world and face the terror of the world, the reality of the world, get broken, come back, bandage his wounds, and then put him back out there. I feel like that's how my mom was. She was a mother, and she was like, I feel like she's like the kind of woman like you hope you marry to raise your kids. Whoa. You hope you marry a woman like that to raise your kids, because if you were to pass away, you know your kids are going to be solid.
What kind of woman do you want to marry? Because the answer
Like
to that
my mom.
Yeah, bro, hey. Because I know that the answer to that question would give me a very great picture of what your mom is like.
Oh.
What kind of woman do you want to marry?
In terms of describing
Characteristics.
characteristic-wise, I would say a woman who's intelligent. He's emotionally intelligent. Emotional intelligence is not the fact that you can feel emotions, ladies. We all feel emotions. Emotional intelligence is realizing the emotion you're feeling right now is not predicated to doing actions on it. You don't have to act upon your emotions. You can feel what you feel, realize you're feeling what you're feeling, and regardless, this podcast still needs to get done, right? So that's emotional intelligence. In my eyes, I feel like if that's the true emotional intelligence.
That's so cool. So in a sense, a person who cuts out all emotions is not emotionally intelligent.
No, you're just a pussy.
Yeah, you're a pussy. Okay.
You are. You're a coward. You're hiding. You're running. You literally are. You're cutting off because you're afraid.
Yeah.
You're a coward. You're a pussy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I never thought of it that way. But in a sense, emotionally intelligent people are those who are able to integrate their emotions into their actions.
No. Channel your emotions to do proper actions, I would agree. But integrate, not.
Why not?
Because if you're integrating emotions into your actions, I mean, you're doing something with an emotional mindset. That's not it. Emotional intelligence is feeling what you feel and doing what needs to get done regardless. Example, like right now, I came here, right? This girl here, before I came here, she called me a goofy ass dude on the phone. She called me a goofy ass dude. But I had made a promise that I was going to come to your house and do this podcast. Now, an unemotional,
An emotionally unintelligent person.
I swear to God, an intelligent, emotional person would be like, fuck that bitch. She called me a goofy ass. No, I ain't going nowhere. I ain't doing that. Because I don't want to go there. She going to be over there. Now I'm going to have to look at her and she called me a goofy ass dude. I'm not doing that podcast. Fuck you and your podcast, Dave. That's someone who's emotionally unintelligent, right? You let that emotion dictate the action. But emotional intelligence is, she called me a goofy, but I promised Dave I'm pulling through to do the podcast. I'm not going there for her. I'm going there for Dave. And regardless, even if I did tell her I was coming there for to help her, I still show up and do it because it needs to get done. It needs to get done. So to me, emotional intelligence is the ability to feel what you feel, recognize the feeling, accept the feeling, and still do what needs to get done regardless of how you feel about it.
Okay, that's so cool.
Right? I want to give one more analogy.
Please.
One more analogy. A lot of the times you see emotional intelligence on a perspective of a relationship. A man is a lot of the time you see the emotional intelligence of a man who truly loves his woman. Right? Let me explain. If you have a wife or you have a girlfriend, okay, and she traveled outside of the country, okay, and she went to somewhere and she said she's coming back on Thursday, and she's coming back on Thursday, let's say Thursday morning, freaking a terrible flight, lands at like something as ungodly as 8 a.m. in the morning, right? Imagine if you had a fight with her the previous night on the phone because she was being goofy, right? Now, an unemotional person would say, well, fuck you, bitch. Let's see who's going to pick you up at the airport then. Call your daddy, right? That's an unemotional, that's more emotionally unintelligent man, right? Stay with me now. Right? That's an emotionally unintelligent man. He's letting his emotion dictate the action. Matter of fact, you promised this woman you're going to pull up for her. So because you got in a little argument, a little fisticuff the previous night, you're not going to do what you said you were going to do because of your emotions. A man would get up and still get it out the way because of what he promised. That's his word. That's his responsibility. That's his bond. But imagine if it was a woman. Boy, you're going to be stuck at the airport for the next 10 years, man. You better stay comfortable now. But yeah, I feel like that's emotional intelligence to me.
Emotional intelligence is the ability to not allow emotions to get into duty.
Get in the way.
Interfere with duty.
Yeah. Get in the way of what needs to get done, the right thing to do. The right thing to do or what needs to get done. Because sometimes the right things to do, you need to feel it, right? Like the right thing to do. Can you imagine a parent who is who maybe they're in a competition of their child and the parent is a judge and your son is performing and then Dave comes up and Dave performs and Dave absolutely performs better than your kid. Do you want Dave to perform better than your kid?
Of course not.
But you have to be emotionally intelligent, put your feelings aside, and give Dave his deserved grade and let him win the championship. No favoritism or nepotism.
Yeah, that's so cool to think about how being an emotionally intelligent person is also being rational.
Yeah. Oh, man, you kicked that, bro. I never thought about that. You hear that? Goofy? Rationality.
Being rational is part of being an emotional.
No, it hit me here. I thought it was a water glass for a second. I was, oh, it's water. I forgot I'm on a podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Right. So definitely emotionally intelligent. That's something that you're looking for in a wife.
Yeah.
What's another thing?
Emotional intelligence is definitely top tier.
Or is that enough?
Hell no.
Big boobs, big butts.
I'm not like you, Dave. Let's get that straight. I like girls with big badonkadonk. I don't care about biddies now. And I don't have no little pesky mosquito bites. But, you know, apart from the physique, honestly, it's the character. Your character in sense of like, let me put it this way. Am I your happiness? If I am your happiness, then I don't want you. I know most men, a lot of men probably want to be the happiness of their wife, but I need someone who can be happy with themselves. I can't be responsible for you being happy all day, baby, because I have life to live. So do you. So I need someone who comes into this with their own happiness, their own sense of purpose. And if your sense of purpose is your family, cool, that's beautiful too. But please find something that you can put yourself into and be happy with. Don't just look at me to be the only reason for you to be happy. And then now every day I have to act like a goofy to make you happy. Like her boyfriend does. Like, you know, I can't do that all the time.
It seems to me that another...
I'm joking.
My ex.
Yo, your ex was doing that? No one does that for you. No one does it for you, right?
No.
Yeah, because she's goofy, you see? I'm joking. Because she's happy. What's up, man? Yeah.
It seems to me that another characteristic that you're looking for in your future wife is her ability to stand on her own feet.
Not completely stand on your own feet, because then if you can stand on your own feet, what do you need me for? What I'm saying is you can be, you know yourself and you're happy within yourself. Because if you need someone external force to make you feel good about yourself, you will never ever feel good. There's no enemy outside of the enemy. There's no enemy outside of the enemy within or something. Have you heard that voice? The enemy outside cannot hurt us if there's no enemy within. Yeah, I just want a woman who's happy with herself, because I see a lot of people are not very happy with their body or with themselves in general, and they project that onto others. And that right there feeds into other things, and I think that just makes things needlessly complicated.
So that's exactly her ability to stand on her own feet to a certain extent.
Ale, we're back at that.
Yeah, back again to that phrase, right? In a sense, her ability to have her own source of happiness so that she doesn't always have to rely on you to be her source of happiness.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And therefore, because you understand that as a man, yeah, I get it. Like we're married, we're having a relationship and we have a family to live. Yeah. But I also have a life to live, and I need you to be able to stand on your own feet to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Again, to a certain extent, so that I could have the freedom and the knowledge that you're going to be all right without me again, to a certain extent.
yeah.
Always.
Yeah,
always like that.
Always
to a certain extent.
Always, bro.
Brother,
Absolutely.
this is a very interesting
What
conversation.
about you? I mean, can I ask, what are you looking for? Big booty bitches? Like, what's up? He's like, I'm looking for a big booty Chinese girl. Yeah, what's up? What are you looking for? Do you know what you want in a woman for your future?
I'm afraid not. Or at least like I know it, but I couldn't have the words formulated on my mind yet. So in that regard, I couldn't really answer what I'm really looking for.
You know, another thing I'm looking for, now that you mentioned something like that, you haven't formulated. I'm looking for a woman who's eager to learn. A lot of the times, I think we come into, I'm gonna break this down. We are talking about women now. I'm gonna give this solid example, okay? Most of the times when you get with a woman and you start a relationship with a woman or you marry a woman, whatever it is you do, you got to understand that you're coming into a renovated building mentally. Mentally, this is your part now. Mentally, you're coming into a renovated building. A man who gets with a woman for the first time or whatever it is, you're coming into her mind is already been renovated. Imagine it empty or a beautiful landscape and there's a building there. What happens is there's a company that comes in there and they say, hey, we should build a great tall building here. Let's put the pool right here, the jacuzzi in that spot. Let's put a lounge over there. All right, cool. Let's build a foundation. Boom. They start digging into the foundation and they start putting in the plans and they start filling in the holes, filling it with water, building the lounge. 2-3 buildings. Let's do 2-3 stories. Yeah, let's put one side is going to be a hotel. The other side is going to be a co-working space. Cool. They do that. They get to the third building, right? Now they're at the third building, and guess what happens? The money finishes. Now a new company comes to take over, and they're like, what the fuck is this shit show? A fucking pool and a jacuzzi next to a motherfucking hotel in the co-working space? What are we running here, guys? This doesn't work. Fill up the pools, clear up that land. We're going to keep the building, but don't take the hotel, make it all one floor, and we're going to make it into an office space. And then we're going to build 5 more stories up. And at the 5th story, we're going to make a sky view pool. And that's where we're going to put the lounge. And that's where we're going to put maybe the other aspect, the restaurants, 5-star restaurants. Okay, let's do it. And they build. They change the whole previous landscape. No more swimming pool, no more jacuzzi. And now there's a sky view pool and a lounge and a bar. And then you come in. And you coming in like, what the fuck is this? A sky view lounge? What the fucking shit show you think we're running here? We don't need no sky view lounge. This building is a pristine building. It's a pristine building. Take this damn sky view lounge off the goddamn place. Turn it into a 5-star lounge for like VIPs. We're not catering no longer to these young children smoking, right? We're going to do a style with like a high-end bar or a high-end lounge for old gentlemen. Because they're the one with the money and you come in with your bullshit ideas. And then that's the issue. I think that's a problem. A lot of men don't realize it. You coming into a woman's life, you got to understand you're coming into a man's previously renovated building. And it's not just the man. It's not just about the man. It's also her life. The way she grew up, that foundation was probably her environment. Then a man came in and put his own dumbass expectations on it and his own dumbass ideas on it in her head. Then another man came in and did another thing. And another man came in and did another thing. By the time you show up, that building might be like 18 stories high, full of absolute fucking fuckery. Absolute goofy ass building. And you come in and what you do, you want to build on top of another man's previously renovated shit show. How could you ever succeed?
Why is it important to understand that?
It's very important to understand that because then it gets you to understand why she acts the way she acts. Why she is the way she is. And why you and her are constantly arguing.
It's basically the same question. Why is it important to understand a person's childhood?
A person's childhood and a person's
past relationships, because both of them influence another person's characteristic. Right?
It absolutely does. So you know what the key is? When you show up into a woman's life and she really likes you and you can confirm that she likes you, please don't go up to women that don't give a fuck about you and try and do this. It's not going to work. Make sure she actually cares about you. The best thing you can do is this. When you show up, imagine yourself mentally. This is a mental game. It's all mental and emotional with women. Imagine you close your eyes, you show up in her life, she's infatuated by you. You show up to her mind and you see this shit show of a building. 13 stories high. Absolute nonsense. You have no idea what's going on. Foundation is off. This is this. That is this. This is what you do. You say, honey, we need to go into that building together. You hold her hand, you walk into the building, and you inspect every single floor of the building. And you, as the man, pick the most valuable thing in that building. It might be 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. Everyone has something value in there. You take that, you take it out with her. Now you put that in a storage. And both of you look at that building and you press that nuke button. Nuke the fuck out that building. A nuke comes to destroy the whole building down to the core. Ain't no more good. You can't build nothing there no more. And you take your woman and you walk to another path and you find greener pastures and you rebuild. And you tell her, baby, we're going to build something phenomenal. We're going to build the Burj Khalifa of Mitch here. That's what we're going to do. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be bright. It's going to be phenomenal. I'm telling you, nothing can knock this down. You and me, we're going to rebuild it. And then you go and you set the foundation in her mind. And slow by slow, you build each floor. And that's how you get you a good woman.
Start from zero.
You start from scratch. And you got to recognize that. But most young men don't know. They don't know the game. They don't know how to go about it. They don't even know about this idea I just told you. They just come in and like, well, I guess I could just change a couple colors schemes here and make a lounge there. Like, they don't know. Shit. Destroy this whole fucking thing. Take what's the most important, most valued in there. Don't nuke it without actually inspecting it. There's value within this thing. Inspect it, take the most valuable thing, and then you nuke that motherfucker. And then now, no one can build here. It's radiation. And then you go far in there in her mind, and then you rebuild and you reset her. And that's how you have a peaceful marriage or you have a peaceful relationship. I'm sweating like a preacher.
I find it very interesting how the idea isn't so much about finding the proper partner, it's about building together with the proper partner into a marriage that might be satisfactory for both parties, right?
Why would it might? It has to be. There's no might. It has to be satisfactory for both parties. It has to be, absolutely. They both have to get what they want out of it. It will never be fair, but they both have to get what they want.
True. It's the only way that the relationship could work in the first place.
I think it's the only way, yeah. I agree.
Win-win.
To sustain it long term.
And the only way to build into a win-win relationship is to have both hands together and to start to build things up from zero again.
Yeah.
Destroy the old mindset, the old characteristics that might not be beneficial to the relationship and start to build again from zero.
Exactly, like with her. You can break her mind down and rebuild her beautifully.
Of course.
She's already beautiful. But we could do way better, can't we? Shut the fuck up. You go upstairs and take the charger. I'll smack your back on your head. Yeah, but it's funny because you're the younger brother, so it's dynamic. But that's the thing. That's the dynamic of like the beauty of women. They don't even realize the danger. Like, this man could eat you. He could eat you so much and still be hungry to eat my left toe. But yeah, you're like, man, shut the fuck up. Like, women just have this invisible armor around them. We're like, you can't hit me. I'm like, what? But yeah, it's funny as hell. It's beautiful though. It's beautiful that we're civilized.
Yeah, that reminds me of a very funny like TikTok trend. Do you know that trend where the girl puts the camera at the same height of her man so that she could see what she looks like in the eyes of her man, and she becomes like a very tiny fucking midget there, and she was like, yeah, no wonder I can understand why my man can never be mad at me, you know, can never take me seriously, you know, because all he sees is basically like a little midget over here, you know, trying to yell.
Yeah, that's right. That's probably how your boyfriend sees you. Oh, goofy ass girl. Yeah, because he's way taller than you. Yeah, I would agree.
I think it's very adorable, to think about it, how women like have this like invisible armor, as you said before, like we could eat them alive.
It's not even adorable. It's adorable sometimes, but sometimes it's like it drives you. It's maddening because it's like, wow, how do you not recognize danger?
They're not built for survival.
I was with this girl one time, bro. We were at the mall. And these dudes came through, and I forgot what they were doing, but they were doing something that was not right. And she started talking to them in a very disrespectful way. And you know what I did? I left.
You left?
I walked away. And then she chased me down. Why you leave? Why you leave? I'm like, why did I leave? Why did you leave? Why did you leave? I left for my own reason. Why did you leave? Why didn't you continue talking crazy to them? Why is it at the moment I take my presence out, now you realize the danger? Fuck is wrong with you? They're rolling in like 4 or 5 heavy dudes. And I'm solo dolo with a goofy. What am I supposed to do if these guys decide to be all natural like the old days and try and hurt me. You think they're gonna give a fuck about you? No, my mom won't recognize me after this. I got reasons to be alive. Like, I'm leaving. Yeah, and I think it's like, yeah, sometimes that's what I mean. You have to have an intelligent woman by your side. You really do. You really do.
I find it very interesting how there's a very, very fine balance between being intelligent, understanding the risk of danger, and being a coward, right?
Super thin.
Yeah, very super thin. Because when people see at your behavior of leaving your woman, their natural response would be, huh, what a coward he is. You know, he should have defended her woman, right?
Yeah.
But it's actually you being intelligent enough to understand this isn't worth fighting for. I have a life pressures to live. I'm not doing this.
You know what, bro? That you mentioned that, I was thinking about it, like coward. You know what? Like, how do you differentiate between being confident and being a coward? I think a coward is a bully.
Coward is a bully.
Yeah, bully. I think if you act strong when the weak are present and run away when the strong are present, you're a coward.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
I just realized that. I think that would be a great understanding. It's not like if you want to talk to your wife and be like, do this, do that, and you want to be controlling, but the moment men step up, you want to run away. Why are you trying to be like the man in the house, but the moment grown man step up? Because this situation I give you is different. She was the one who initiated the exchange. Those men did not come and find trouble.
True.
She's the one that went out and looked for trouble.
Yeah.
So if you decide to walk away, I wouldn't consider. I'm not even talking about myself, by the way. But I'm talking about, like, if you decide to walk away, you did not welcome that into your life. She went out and looked for the trouble and brought it to you. So it's your right to say, I don't want to engage in this.
Because that's stupidity, right? Why seek trouble?
Yeah, you went out and you saw trouble and you brought it to me. I can actively say, I don't want to be part of this. But the difference is, if you're walking on the street and some men pose trouble to your woman and you don't stick up for her, then you are a coward.
Okay, that's a very that's a very interesting how the same behavior. How the same behavior is motivated by two different things in two different scenarios, right? When you walk away from the potential conflict, when the woman is the one bringing trouble to you, that's you being intelligent. You calculated the risk, you calculated the danger. This is not worth it. Let's fucking roll.
Yeah, she's a goofy.
Yeah, you're stupid. Like, why on earth are you seeking trouble when they are not seeking trouble? Right?
Absolutely.
But when the context is they're the one bringing the trouble to you, then that's when you have to fucking step up and confront.
Absolutely.
Right?
Or if your line of like your final line of retreat has been cut, there's nothing else you can do, then you have to stick up.
Some to step up. That's cool. This is a very final question.
What did you say, bro?
No, I was laughing at this. You know why? Because we're in the 1 hour mark and we just finished the first chapter. So
we're having a good time, aren't we? This thing's still on.
This is still on. All right. Fucking hell. I think
This goofy ass woman.
I think it's safe to say that as a man, our first experience of what it's like to be loved comes first from our mom.
I'd agree.
What have you come to learn about the nature of love from mom?
Oh, love from mom?
What have you come to learn about the nature of love from mom?
I had a different mom. My mom was not weak at all. She was tough. She was a beautiful woman too, man. She was like, my mom taught me love in a way I don't think another woman can, in a sense, because she taught me that Mother Mary feeding African children love. I'm joking. She taught me Jesus, Mother Mary love, where it's like, as the example you gave out earlier, which was beautiful. I never thought about that. It's like, in this house, I will do my best to look after you. But there will come a time where you will need to go out there and fight. And when that time comes, I will not baby you. I will push you out there if I have to myself. Now, either you know that time is coming and prepare yourself for it, and I can help you prepare yourself for it, or you choose to ignore the fact, and when the time comes, you will have to face the fact. And I will push you to the fire. And don't worry, you will get burned. And when you do get burned, you will come back home. I will bandage your wound. I will heal you up. And the moment you are ready to go, I will put you back out there until you can pass through and face the fire and conquer it and stand on your own. And when it gets to that time, You will bring young ones for me, and I will do for them as I did for you. That's like my mom. Most women can't do that. They want to shelter you from the fire forever because no one wants to see their child be hurt. But my mom was strong enough to push me and kind enough to nurture me when it was time. I think she's a phenomenal woman. One of a kind, truly. I've lived this life and I've yet to find a woman in my age group. Right?
Like her.
Yeah, a woman in my age group.
Yeah.
Like that. Because I feel like I've felt love from women and women of our age range, like in their 20s or whatever. But their love was more nurturing. It wasn't the kind of love that was like, I'm gonna let you be the man, and like most women want to be like, oh honey, you didn't do this, or you couldn't do that. It's okay, it'll work out, it's okay. And that is cool. That's beautiful. But after we're done with the okays and dokays, we need to get back on topic, baby girl. You need to ask me. After you're done healing my wounds and I'm done licking my wounds, you need to ask me what's next. What are we gonna do now? What's your next plan? You see? Most women don't do that because I don't blame them too, because it's not in their nature. But my mom was so different. Like my mom would let you come home, if it was her husband, she would help you heal your wounds and remind you that it's okay. You lost that fight. You got knocked the fuck out in front of me. But it's okay. You're still the man of the house. You're still strong. I still believe in you. And I'm going to help you heal. And when you're done healing and you're back to you're back in full health, she's going to ask you, okay, what's the next step? Because you got to go back there and fight that guy. So what's the strategy this time? How are you going to prepare for it? And when you say it, it's like, okay, then every day she's going to check. Okay, how was the progress today? How did you do today? What are we improving on? What are you, that's the, sorry. Oh
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Sorry, bro.
Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm talking about my mom is just coming out.
I'm listening.
But yeah, but that's a different kind of love, man. That's soldier love. That's soldier love right there. And I think that, I just don't think that many women are like that, are built like that. And I don't blame women either because it's not in their natural instinct. It's like me anticipating or expecting a man to be feminine. You can't expect a man to be feminine. That's not part of it. But my mom has something different. She had that, not that dog. She was a beast. She had that in her. And she was so strong enough to be kind when it was time, but kind enough to be strong when it's time to. So yeah.
I find it very interesting how beauty always lies in balance. The way I understood what you perceive of your mother is that your mom is in this very beautiful balance between being able to nurture you and to allow you to understand that you have someone that you can depend upon to heal yourself from the wounds that you have, but also a figure that believes in you enough that you're able to step up as a man out there and to be able to be accountable to you to be accountable enough to you so that she's able to push you forward and to have that faith in you that you're able to step up as a man. I think that's very interesting.
Yeah.
It's when you mentioned before that the reason why women are very nurturing towards them are overloaded towards nurturing towards men. I think it kind of feels belittling as well for the man. It's because do you really believe in me that I'm able to do this shit?
Belittling.
Because one of the greatest gifts that a woman can do is to believe in her man so much to the point that go out there, I believe in you. You're able to confront those conflicts. You're able to get out there.
And conquer it.
And you're able to conquer it. Isn't that the case? I think faith is one of the most beautiful gifts that a person could give to a person.
Oh, faith.
A woman could give to a man.
To a man, faith. Yeah. Faith. Do you believe in me to go out there and truly conquer?
Right?
Yeah. I think it's beautiful. I don't have much to add to that. I think you said it perfectly, brother.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah. Wow. First chapter done. And we say, wow. We just fucking hell.
It's only been done in an hour and 17 minutes. It's all right.
Hopefully not.
But we're fine, man. She's still doing her shield. She's only on the second flower. Trust me. She has 36 of them. She's literally drawing the veins of the flower right now, dude.
Oh my god.
We're fine, dude.
But this is cool. I really enjoyed this conversation.
I'm learning, man. You know what? So far, my takeaway so far is the one you said about the privileges your fathers gave you. That's still stuck in my head. I wonder how many takeaways I can get. It's still stuck. I know there was another one I'm missing.
When you rewatch it, maybe you'll remember again.
That's a long podcast, brother. That's a long. Like to find that within an hour, 17 minutes, which was on the 32nd minute, or I forgot. There's one more I'm missing. A takeaway. Like you said some pretty cool shit.
Was it Mother Teresa?
Hey, the Mother Teresa joke.
I think it was whenever you said something along the lines of like, is it procrastination is not procrastination. Perfection is
kills action.
Kills action. Yeah, I think that was one. I think that was a pretty smooth. That's a bar, dude.
Appreciate it, brother. Thank
Put
you
that
very
on
much.
a t-shirt. What's up, dude?
Oh, okay.
Saying.
All right.
Yeah, I'm serious. Put that on a T, bro. Perfection kills action. Put that on a T, dude. Effort? Actually, effort beats...
Do we need to put that?
Effort beats talent.
Yeah. Effort beats talent, guys. And you should have like an actually.
It's about this idea that it's inspired by Timothée Chalamet's speech when he received the Oscar, when people often feel like when they receive an accomplished reward or something like that, they might have this tendency to feel like, oh yeah, it's not that much, you know, like when people compliment someone, the natural tendency is to downplay it, right?
I think it's a cultural thing.
True, right?
Cultural thing for sure.
Which Timothy speaks against it. No, I'm gonna be blatant about it. Yeah. I'm gonna be proud of the achievement. I'm gonna be proud of my ambition, and I'm gonna be even pursuing even beyond. This greatness. That's the idea behind it. Well, that's a spoiler, guys, for the third volume.
Effort beats action. See it in theaters, April 26th, starring Mitchy Mitch.
Mitchy Mitch.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, what you said there about people downplaying their achievements, I think it's definitely a culture thing. Because when I was when I visited Ghana, right? When I visited Ghana, and you meet like some Ghanaians and Nigerians, bro, those people, they think differently, bro. If you're a Nigerian guy or Ghanaian man, and I'm like, yo, man, I see like business is going well for you. As an Asian dude or someone who's not from that sort of culture, you'll be like, it's okay, it's picking up.
You don't play it.
Yeah, it's okay. But if you tell that to like a Nigerian man, he's like, wow, I see you're really making money. He's like, money flow, my guy. Money flow. Yeah. You don't see my car. You don't see my car. This no one now be Range Rover. Range Rover. Hey, my guy, money day, money day, money day. And you don't see I chop good. It's different. It's like a culture thing where like whenever you give them compliments, they double down on them up. They're not gonna be like, oh, it no be big deal now. That you say it to him. He's like, wow, your skin is looking better. You don't say I shine. You don't say I shine. I do you skincare. Me, I be fine boy. Fine boy. Their mentality is different, bro. And I think we could all use a little bit of that in our lives.
It all comes back to culture, yeah. And there's merit in taking pride in the things that you put your hard work on.
Absolutely. I feel like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I feel like I tilt more towards their side, but not as
way too much, guys. Way too much.
Before it even comes out of your mouth, they're already like, yeah, like, wow, Dave. I feel like lately I did, my guy, I did. Yeah, you just your shoulders is getting bigger, man. Bigger what? I can't even pass through a door, my God. I be big man. Like the thing is so different, bro. Like and then the thing is, for me being there for the first time, I was just laughing because seeing that like that, and they really are that loud. I'm not acting. They really sound this loud. Like really. If you ever been in a room full of like African dudes,
Like this loud?
I swear. I swear.
You're not exaggerating.
I'm not exaggerating. Anyone out there can confirm this in the comments. If you're in a room full of African men, you think they're arguing. I'm telling you, like Indonesian people, like who are not around Africans. I remember my girl was DJing, and then there was this African event. She went and they had like this resort, and they had a resort, so they wanted the DJs, and some DJs come through to play Afro beats, right? My girl's Indonesian, by the way. This is in the past. I'm single now, ladies. So back then, she went there. Now the thing is, my girl, because of her job at the time, my ex, her job, she's a DJ and she goes out, she's an influencer, so she meets different people from all walks of life. So she's been around African men, right? But there were some ladies that had never been around African men. There's a DJ who specializes in playing Afro beats. He plays in Bali and everything. He's around Africans all the time. So he knows how they are. My girl kind of has an idea of how they are. So, but there was these girls there who had no idea how Africans were. So those girls, when they were in a resort, all the girls here, hey, you're a fool, eh? You don't know, say that, yeah, Kobe, make you do that. The girls were scared shitless because they thought they were gonna fight. They were like, they ran away and they went to the lobby and they thought they were gonna fight. And then they reported and they said, no, that's just how they are.
That's just how they speak.
That's just how they speak. Like they're just laughing, they're just joking. You're a foolish man, you this guy. Hey, you don't say I did. Like that, nah, that's just how they speak. They just talk loud like that, bro. But what's crazy is that day, one of them got stabbed.
One of them got stabbed. The fuck?
I'm sorry, I should have said that with a cooler, but not yet. It's ironic. That day, one of those African dudes got stabbed because I guess they couldn't tell the difference between playing and being angry because one of them picked up a knife and stabbed the other guy. But he survived, though. I think it was a slight stab because they took him to the hospital.
Fuck, bro.
Yeah, they stabbed him. But yeah, bro, it's definitely a culture thing. You don't say I did. You don't see the way I be shining. I be fresh boy. Yeah, they call it a fresh boy. I never understood that. If you call somebody like handsome, instead of saying you're a handsome guy, they don't say you're handsome. You're a fresh boy.
Fresh boy.
I'm a fresh boy. Their vocabulary, their vernacular is unique. I was talking to one of my friends who's from Ghana, and she's a beautiful young lady, and she was telling me how she's so tired of the men in Ghana and the way they approach her. And she says, look at the way this foolish man is texting me. He said, hey, princess, yesterday night, reply me. It's like yesterday night. Yesterday night is a yesterday night. Right? And she's like, look at this grown idiot. I'm like, the way they insult is so unique, bro. I have it here because the quotes are so wild. I keep it here. She says, yeah, this one of my friends, she was dealing with this fuckboy who ignores her and goes away. And then now she gets this good guy from America and she still is yearning after the fuckboy. This girl, I told her, you don't know, huh? You are so used to gangster love.
Gangster love. Gangster love.
That you don't know how to appreciate a good man. I was like, what the fuck is gangster love? Yo, you tripping.
Can I ask you a favor?
What's up, bro?
Answer my next question in your Ghana accent, please.
Yeah, please. It's actually not bad. Yeah. My Ghanaian accent is not bad. I used to scare some girls with that when I came here. Like, I used to do it on purpose. Like, one of my female friends was scared shitless of me. Indonesian girl. Hey, Indonesian girl. Michi Mich. You are pretty. Wow.
That sounds like Transformers, but like
on steroids.
Transformers, African Transformers. What the fuck is that? But yo, it's bass, bro. Like those men is bass. Like their voice is like, it's when I was a child and I went there, like when I went there when I was a young man, like 14, 15 first time. And I was scared.
No shit.
I was scared.
No
bro.
shit.
Seriously, the way they talk, bro. What the? Wow, I was scared of speaking in public because of my American accent. Now, my accent has gone down a bit because I think I've been in Indonesia for so long, it's mellowed out. But back then I was a little, excuse me, can I have some water, please? And they would like, literally, I remember I'll be in a room full of people talking. And if I go up and ask for something, it's just silence. Like, what the fuck did he just say? You excuse me, can I have some water, please? And like, you want what? I want some water.
what?
Kofi, now what is guy you talk about? Hey, you don't say this boy be American boy. Hey, American boy. Now what you want now? Some water. You want some water? You want some water? Yeah. Okay, make you take the water. And I remember one time in the morning, I went to the place and I wanted some coffee. There was coffee. They were serving coffee. And I went there and I collected my cup and I got my coffee. And then I told a lady, like, there's people around, like, because they're serving. And I was like, can I have some sugar, please? He said, what? What? You want what? I said, I want some sugar. And she's like, this thing here. Yeah. What do you call it? Sugar? This boy is sugar. You want the sugar? I was like, okay, can I have the sugar, please? Like, what? It's crazy, bro. You, the environment develops you. I even try to talk like them sometimes, just so I wouldn't feel so like grabbing attention. You know?
Do me a favor, answer my next question in that accent.
I'll do my best,
It's
bro.
like Singaporean, but like
You see? Yes, it's like Singaporean, but toned down to the Asian level. Yeah. Singaporeans have that harsh accent too. It's not even sexy, man. Like the worst thing you can hear. Like that accent is not sexy, bro. There's some accents out there. Indian accents are not sexy. African accents are not
Do me
sexy.
an Indian accent.
Malaysian.
I can't. I forgot how to. I used to be able to do it. Like I used to like. No, you cannot talk to me. I forgot how to. But I used to be able to do it. But the one I know is like, brother, please, brother Fahad, listen to me. Listen, that one is Arab. Brother Dave, listen. No, you are not listening to me, brother. Listen to me. Africa.
I think we should do a compilation of Fred doing like multiple.
Fred Cork, dude.
Multiple.
Y'all gotta be around some more people, man. Catch some different vibes, dude.
For sure.
All right, what's the cue, bro? What's the cue?
Okay. Fuck.
Water break.
Water break.
Hey, Mitch, I'll drop you in Ghana.
Oh, you say, go block.
I was like, never. Yo, go there. So you two, you can. But actually, they're pretty cool people. I'm not gonna lie. Like they're pretty nice people in
I think
Ghana.
they're funny. Like naturally funny.
They are naturally funny.
Right?
Like they're the way they insult you, you will laugh. Cause how can you call me a foolish boy? Doesn't make sense. As an American, I remember I used to go there and they used to diss me so much. They call it dissing. They used to diss me. They used to literally, you would sit there, stand there as children and would just diss each other. And they used to diss me and I couldn't take it serious because I'm like, man, look at you. I can't say that word no more.
No, but it's okay. Go on.
No, I was gonna say the F word and the gay word. I'm like, look at your gay ass motherfucker. You look like a trip. You look like a homeless African child. And then they'll be like, shut your mouth, stupid foolish boy. Look at this American bugger. That's what you call me, American bugger. Right?
What?
American
boy.
bugger. No,
boga.
not boy.
A boga. What's a boga?
I don't know. It's like a fucking peasant. That's like the word away. Yeah, they'll be like, look at this American boga. And then they'll be like, and then another one. You know how I used to get them? This is an insult I learned from them. This is my favorite one. Ready? Anytime someone does something that is so animalistic,
Okay.
that is so caveman-like, so alay, as the Indonesians would say.
Alay?
Alay.
Orang alay, right? What would you call that person?
Lebay. Alay.
Alay, right? It means village boy, right? But do you know how much lower you can go?
How much?
Africans in Ghana taught me you can go lower than calling someone a village boy.
A village boy.
You can go lower than that.
Which is
A bush boy.
bush boy. Bush boy.
You know those ones? The ones you see in Comedy Discovery? Hey! Those ones. They're bush people. Type in bush people. You don't see them. I'm serious. The Ghana taught me.
Village boys?
It's low. Because if you're a village, you have a society. You have morality. You have an ecosystem. If you're laying in the bush, just chasing lions and fucking monkeys with your little, those are bush boys. That's not just village. You're a bush because you're literally hiding in the bush.
We call them pribumi, by the way.
You do call them people.
It was Ghana, bro. They taught me bush boy. And when you call someone a bush boy, and it's like, oh, it's to the soul, bro. It's like bush boy.
The lowest.
That was one of the lowest ones, bro. I remember bush boy. I haven't used that, man. I forgot so many of those things, man. That's why I when I talk to like my friend, I have like two friends there, and the two female friends. When I talk, one of them she's not really Ghanaian. She's like mixed white. The other one is a real Ghanaian girl, and I talked to her. Princess is her name, and because she's there, she's Ghanaian, the way she talks. So when she's talking to me about guys, the words she used. Look at this foolish idiot. Huh? Like, it's crazy, bro. But yeah. Please, your question. What was your question, bro? We haven't even got to the question. I'm out here saying bush boy. Hey.
Okay, we get it.
I can do it. You can't.
I think Fred is going to finish the box of tissue.
I never will, bro. Like, I get oily so fast.
And the African sea coconut.
Yeah. I don't want to give you free sponsors now.
There's a study that mentioned that there are three fucking
Three tits? What are you talking about? There's only two, you weirdo. 3 tits. There's a study that mentions that women typically have 3 tits.
What?
Yeah, that's what he said, is weirdo. Oh, goofy ass bush boy. Hey. Wait. This guy is a goofy bush boy. Hey, next time your brother does something that's so alive, call him like, yo, shut up, bush boy.
I'm dying. I'm fucking
Bush
dying.
boy. Hey. Get educated. Get educated, you bush boy, before you start running around the house. I don't know, take a shower outside so the neighbors can see you, like you weirdo. Yeah. Fucking sorry. Yo, bush boy.
Do you have to like sing a bit
For what?
for the bush boy?
No, you don't have to do the hey, you don't have to do that. You have to do that. That's just, I'm just demonstrating what a bush boy is. It's lower than a village boy. A village boy has some sort of, common sense per se. But when you're a bush boy,
Yes, you have to sing.
you have to sing, but it tells you, hey, monkey away, oh, yo, shut up, bush boy, you know nothing. You're uncivilized.
Did they explain it to you like that?
Yeah.
They did.
Because I didn't know what a bush boy was. They call me a bush boy. And I'm from America. What the fuck you mean?
And then they sang too.
They didn't sing it. They didn't have to. I'm singing for you Asians.
Did they imitate it?
Yeah, they did that to me too. Because they was like, bush boy. And then I was like, what does that mean? They were all laughing. What does that mean, dude? And they're like, you don't know what a bush boy is. You don't know what a bush boy is. I said, no. Those people that be in the bushes. I'm like, what do you mean people be in the bushes? You don't see Discovery Channel. You see those Africans. Why are you doing that? I'm like, oh, yeah, that one. Hey, those ones are bush boy. That's you. You're American boga. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, get out of here. But then I was young, man. I was like 14, 15 back then. Yeah, don't be a bush boy, bro, for sure. So what's up, bro?
Give me time to breathe.
She gonna start calling you a goofy ass bush boy.
You're already goofy and then you're a bush boy.
Hey. Yo, what's up, dude? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, fuck.
Lab ass boy.
There's a study that mentioned that there are
Stop laughing.
I'm sorry. That there are 3 traits that are deeply attractive to women: intelligence, your ability to make decisions that are beneficial to the family; competence, your ability to bring value into the world and therefore be rewarded financially and take care of the family; and kindness, your ability to be emotionally attuned to the family's needs. Do you think that men are equally attracted to these 3 traits in a woman, or are there other things that men seem to prioritize more?
Oh, wow.
It's the
Can you list those 3? One again? Just give me the name of the 3 again.
intelligence, competence, kindness. It's universal.
Hey. David.
Fucking hell.
You see now, those 3 things that you have listed, the only thing that a man cares about is not the competence of a woman or intelligence. David, you don't understand. I can marry a stupid girl because I don't need her intelligence. Kindness is needed. Isn't that right?
Right.
Kindness. So I wouldn't say that men care about intelligence or competence, but kindness is definitely a virtue that men care about in a woman, because kindness is in direct correlation to femininity. Right? Femininity, nurturing. No one wants to be with a mean ass girl. Everyone wants to be with a woman who is kind. So I would say in those 3 things, men would prioritize kindness over any of those competence or intelligence. You see men marry women who are not, let's just say, if there was water in their boots and you told them to take the water out, they wouldn't know how. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's just leave it at that. So intelligence and competence does not matter to most men. I would say kindness would rank above those 2.
Definitely kindness first. Yeah. Intelligent competence out of the window.
Nah, it's like, first of all, before the kindness, how do you look? Are you some Sasquatch, gorilla looking bush girl? They call them gal.
Yeah.
So there's a thing called bush gal.
Oh, of course you could be a girl who's a village girl. Of course. You could be a bush girl.
How do they sing?
They don't sing it.
I pitch.
There's no singing.
Okay, the way you imitate a bush boy is
Yeah.
How do you imitate a bush girl?
You're a bush girl. But a bush girl is just an uncivilized girl, really. It just comes down to it. Like when you act like a village girl, like you're just so. Example: if a guy comes in a class and he's a handsome guy, you're like, oh my god, he's so handsome. Shut up, bush girl. You never seen a good-looking man before. Like something like that, you know what I'm saying? Or if you really act like uncivilized, in a very uncivilized way, they'll call you a bush person. A bush girl. A bush girl. So you don't brush your teeth. Look at this bush girl. Something like that.
I don't think that I can continue with a very serious conversation.
Hey, yo. I'm just telling you my truth, dude. This is what I went through. This is not from the top of my head. Like, really, all those things about the African, I'm telling you, is something I experienced. If you give one Nigerian guy a compliment, bro. Nigerians are the only ones I know who will go outside of their country, right? And then make money and save the money just to go back home in December and spend all the savings just so they can flex on their poor uncle. They say, this is what they say. The way it go pepper him, it means the way it will pain him. Like, you know, pepper. Imagine if I cut the wound
Pepper.
and I put pepper on it, some ball on it.
Spicy.
Is it like, they say they save the money so they can go back during the like summertime or winter, December. There's no winter there, but they go there during December time and they go as like a trove, man. You'll see all these Nigerians and Ghanaians go back to Africa around the same time. And what they do is they just party and they spend all the money. They've been working for 8 months and they come and spend that money within 5 days.
5 days.
And then I was talking to this dude. I was like, why do Nigerians do that? He said, hey, you don't know the way we can come and flex on our broke uncles. And the way when we spend the money, it go pepper him. So when your poor uncle who's in a fucking bush sees you spending all this money, gallivanting. That's another word to use. You are gallivanting around town. It's crazy, bro.
Motherfucker.
You know what gallivanting is?
What
you
is
know
it?
those horses like...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gallivanting.
And imagine you say, so you come home and you're gallivanting around town. Just the imagery is hilarious. Like you're going around town just flexing your money. It's crazy, bro. I swear, like African vocabulary is so it's because they were some parts of Africa they were colonized by British. So they speak English. So their way of showing you have a high level of education is by using certain words. Like as a native speaker, I would never say, bro, you've been gallivanting around town. Like, what the fuck is that? You've been gallivanting around town. You're like, what the fuck am I to your horse? But then in there, if you're like, you've been gallivanting around town. Or even another one, yes tonight. It means yesterday night. It's a real thing. It's not broken English. It's a real one. Like, but even as a native speaker, I've never heard.
Like a slang?
It's not. It's literally real English. Yes tonight is a real English word.
Search it up in Google.
Yes.
Search it out.
Come on. It's yes tonight is a real. I searched it up.
You searched it up.
I was laughing. I was like, how can this guy tell you yes tonight like some bush boy? She says, no. Oh, Fred, you don't know this is a real word. I said, I never heard of any man say yes tonight. And I searched it. It's a real word. Yesterday night, shorten hyphen yes tonight. So yes tonight, you know answer. And the way they say it, he spelled answer.
What does Esa mean?
Answer. He said he wanted to say, yesterday night, you did not answer my messages. But instead, he writes, yesterday night, you know answer. A-N-S-A. Answer.
Answer.
Hey, so you this pretty girl, Mitchy Mitch. Yesterday night I text you, you know answer. You be like, bush boy. Right? But that's the way he was talking to my female friend. She's a Ghanaian girl. And she was like, I'm so tired of these men. Look at her. She said, look at how this is the head of a household. This foolish idiot. This foolish idiot. If you see this, look at you at your big age, talking like this. This is the head of a household. Meaning this is somebody's father. Isn't that crazy? A head of a household. This is somebody's father. That's the way they'll say it.
Like they're creative with their words.
Absolutely. That's why I keep notes on my phone whenever I hear it. It's so unique, bro. If I go through my phone, I have like at least 5 or 6. Gangsta love. Gangsta love. Yo, let's go with the question. Sorry.
Don't worry about it. I enjoy how you're enjoying your time here.
Yeah, bush boy, you know?
I noticed that there are... Fuck, okay. Right. Let's get back at it. I realized that our 20s...
You want me to refill your water?
How do you seduce her? Please demonstrate.
I just did.
Which is?
I didn't say anything.
Oftentimes you don't have to say a thing.
You just you don't have to communicate with words, right? You can communicate in different ways. I tapped her. I tapped her and I bowed. I tapped her and I bowed. Bowed.
So that she doesn't feel like she's being ordered around.
She's not being ordered around. I could never order around. Yeah, let's kiss indirectly right now. I could never order her around, you know? Yeah, you're right. I could have just used my aqua. I didn't think about that at all. But I wasn't thinking at the time.
All right. Back to it again.
African voice makes my voice throat like deep, bro. I swear. I should do it more often. Maybe my voice will be stuck like this forever.
I think that the audience will love it. Yeah. Please show Fred the African.
African sea coconut.
This one?
Yeah, the new one.
What about it?
Because it's both African.
Oh, African co-mixture. Oh, it's cough mixture. Untuk Malakan. Okay, let's go on, bro.
Okay.
Africa.
I realized that our 20s is the time for building. It's a phase to build our understanding of the world, our network, our career, our business, and even ourselves. Mm-hmm. I noticed that in the process of building the life that we want, it's not enough for us to proactively do the right things, but it's equally important to avoid destructive and dangerous pitfalls in the act of build. Okay, yeah, that's the point. Sorry. What seemed to be a habit or a behavior that might hinder or even possibly ruin our growth as a man?
Women. Chasing women. I think most of us men fall for that. I think it's just like how women like to complain constantly. You could give a woman the world and she still look at you dead in the eye and say, "Is that it?" Right? I just think like it's an inherent natural thing. In us men also, we have something like it's a demon we also have to fight. Women. Distraction. You can be distracted in so many things, but nothing distracts a man like woman. A woman's love, a woman's touch, a woman's care, yearning for a woman, sexuality, whatever it is, sexual yearnings. It's women, bro. I think that's one of them. Then once you got the women out the way, it's vices, drugs, alcohol, partying, distractions. That, right? I think those are like the two main points. Distraction. Then you have the environmental distraction in itself. But to me, the top most destructive things us men can get into that can shorten our growth is women. Like you right now. I guarantee you, if you had a girlfriend, you wouldn't be as productive as you are. Because how do you split your time between chasing your dreams and then being present? You might say, well, I'm just a tough guy and I stick to the goal. But at the end of the day, you still have to share your time. You're heartless.
Even though she believed in me, would that still hinder me? And she supports me?
If she believes in you and supports you, I don't think it will hinder you. But are you capable of even like
balancing?
Aikidoing through that?
I get
Can
it.
you Aikido through that? Can you really finesse your way through that? Most men can. Most men think we can, but can you? Because like she can be like, I support you, but can you really Aikido your way in terms of consistency? Can you really Aikido your way and just block her out whenever she wants to meet? Or can you really look at her dead in the eye and say, I haven't taken you out on a date in 3 months, and I'm not going to take you out on a date for for another 3 months? Can you look at someone you truly love in the eye and have that expectation in your mind? Seeing her every time for 2-3 months, you guys haven't gone on a date. Everything you do is about work. Everything you talk about is about work. Anytime she wants to have a conversation with you, you pull it back to your work. You refer it to your work. It's like a selfish, egotistical person that can't have a conversation that does not involve themselves, right? So my question is, do you think you are capable enough to do that? Or do you feel like, well, I won't do that because I will be able to Aikido my way and balance everything? You can.
You gotta be careful.
Surely. You can even balance your own life right now. Work-life balance. Can you keep yourself in shape while chasing a dream?
How can you balance your women and your mission, to build your life?
Like if you're looking at your life and you're not balancing the basic things, what the heck makes you think you can balance emotions effortlessly? Who are you? If you can't even balance, like if you know deep down, oh, I got to get up and go to the gym, and you can't do that, but somehow you're supposed to just balance and Aikido this woman. Woo, woo, woo. Like, come on, bro. Like, be real with yourself. Like, if you can't do such a basic thing, how much more is such a complex thing?
Which is women.
Which is a woman, which is humans' emotion, which is a human beings. It's love, it's care, it's nurturing, it's emotions. It's beautiful. I think that's why I think like it's the same with what you were saying earlier with your question, right? Like, how do we avoid such pitfalls? The best way to avoid is just not to play the freaking game. Don't even try. Don't even get into a relationship. If you want to deal with a woman, you can talk to them and get to know them. But don't even try and put yourself in a position where you could fail.
So you think that it might be better for a young man to not engage in a relationship at the moment, instead to channel all of their attention to building their life first?
If I had a younger brother, I would say do that.
That's what you would say.
I would say do that because you will never run out of women chasing money, but you will run out of women chasing women.
Yeah. I have this very interesting idea that I'm wrestling right now. You know, like there's a lot of people that says that time is our most precious currency, but I actually quite disagree. Why? Because I noticed that it's not time that is our most valuable currency. It's actually attention. Why? Because I could give you my time right now, but if I'm not paying attention to you, what value is my time?
Some would say that attention is time. Some would, it would be arguable to say, well, if you say you're giving me attention right now, but like give me my time but not your attention, some would say like, well, attention is time. They're referring to attention and time as the same, connected thing.
They're basically the same coin with two different sides.
They kind of, yeah, but I see where you're going at. And I think I slightly agree. But then again, at the same time is still the most valuable currency, because I bet your ass if I put you in a jail cell for 5 years, I don't give a fuck about what your mind is. You're stuck in that jail cell for 5 years. That's time. So it's still valuable.
So it's not so much about which one is more important. Both are equally important and might be even considered the same thing. Attention is time, and time is equally important.
No, time is more important because attention is just what your thoughts drift through. That's just what your mind goes through. But where are you physically at? Time, right? Like you could sit at home and just put your attention on building a business, but you're not doing shit. You're just wasting your time sitting in a bed daydreaming. Where was your attention at? Your attention was on some progressive thing, being productive. But what are you doing with your time? So time still remains king.
Action, right? Time. Attention. Yeah.
It's different, right? Like I can see it, but it's really different because time still remains king. Time is the king, and attention could be like the queen. But time is still the king.
Of most importance.
Yeah. Time is still the king, bro.
So in a sense, what I'm understanding from you is that one of the biggest killer towards the progress that we need to do as a man, because that's what we do, right? That's what good men do. They build their life.
Yeah.
One of the biggest killers for that is actually distraction, and distraction can come into many different forms, and one of the most powerful forms of distraction is women.
Oh yeah, man. Kingdoms have been razed to hell, burned to the ground because of a woman. People have lost their fortunes because of a woman. People have, like, think about businesses, multi-million, billion-dollar businesses that have gone underground because of a divorce, because of a man cheated, because a man couldn't control his lust, because he did something with a secretary. Now you go ahead, because of what you done did as a CEO, now the reputation of that business is going down the shitter. And due to that, now you have hundreds of people that has lost their jobs. Therefore, hundreds of families have lost their way of income and feeding. I'm telling you, man, it's not, and that's the thing. I'm not saying that because it's women's fault. Only a weak ass dude would think like that. That it's a woman's fault. It's your fault. That's why I say it's your job to fight those demons. That's where fasting comes in. That's where prayers comes in. That's where believing in something greater than yourself comes in. You have to fight these demons, man.
Yeah, I find it very interesting how in the Bible, the strongest man alive, Samson, dies because of a woman. The wisest man alive, Solomon, also falls because of a woman. And the holiest man alive, David, also falls because of a woman.
Yeah, that pussy just too good for them.
So if that's the case, then if as a young man trying to build their life, if there are young people listening right now, because that's exactly the audience that I'm trying to give it for, the young people, you know, people like me, those people,
the young bush boys.
Yeah, the young bush boys. Yeah,
Hey, maybe you don't do that. Maybe you shouldn't do that, brother. Trust me. Leave that to me. Leave that to me.
My Chinese face don't feel well with that.
I don't think they would receive that very well.
Give me an imitation of a Chinese bush boy.
I don't know, something like that. Hey, I'm not racist, by the way. I was dating a Chinese for like 3 years, and her mom loves me. Like, don't play. Come on. But he asked me. I did an African one, not one of Chinese, you know.
If distraction is the biggest killer for a man's growth, that would imply that focus and attention would be the biggest contributor to a man's success then.
I think it's the biggest contributor to everyone's success, women and men. What you just said is a key component of success. What did you say? The two ones?
Focus and what was I saying again? I think focus and attention. Or was it focus? Focus.
You definitely use, I think, something along the lines of focus and continuous working, like working towards something.
Focus and continue.
And then being focused, working towards something. Basically, to summarize, I think that's what you were saying. Like, being consistently focused, working towards something is, I think that's it. That's the key. I think anyone, be it women or men, if they implement that and that becomes their code of law, right? Their motto, and that's what they put their life towards. I think you can achieve anything. You can achieve any amount of great success.
I see. And that's one of the reasons why I really speak against, doom scrolling and the use of social media for no specific purpose at all. It literally kills your attention and your ability to build a life,
Facts. And that's what I want to talk about today. The elites and their global propaganda of the Illuminati.
And Jutate. What is this?
Mark Zuckerberg's, okay, and Google, Microsoft.
What is this?
They're taking over our minds.
The Matrix has
The
attacked.
Matrix. But it's factually, it's like partly true though. It's partly true.
I'm very confused at this point. Want to know why? Because we started the conversation very deep, and then we basically be goofing on, and we're going back into the first gear again. My mind is cracking at this point.
You're a goofy ass brother.
Bush boy.
I noticed that there is a group of men that might feel a little bit lost. They prefer the joy of leveling up in video games rather than leveling up in real life. They prefer the consumption of pornography over interacting with real women. They prefer constant dependence on their parents or partner over standing on their own feet. If they're listening to the moment and they just realize that they have to fucking pull their shit together, where do you think they should start to set their life in order?
Start their life. Well, first of all, I want to say this, young mans. I'm not like Jordan Peterson. I'm like 27, dude. I just turned 27 a couple days ago, so I'm still young.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
When?
A couple days ago, April 1st.
Happy birthday.
Is that April Fool's?
Yeah, I am on April 1st. And you don't see I be goofy all the time.
Wait, so was that real or not?
No, it's real. Like, I'm really April 1st. I'm actually April 1st.
Oh, your birthday. Oh,
It really
okay.
is. I don't know why my mom decided to push me out on that day. That's her. But to go back to your point, I would say this to the young men out there. I am not that old. I'm 27 years old, so I'm not like some 56-year-old dying grandpa on his death. Well, I mean, 56 dying grandpa is too exaggerating. Come on, 56 is still young. I'm like 80 or something. It's not like that. I'm young enough. But what I'll say is this: I've been in a position you've been in to a certain extent, right? I was quite privileged. Well, actually, I wasn't a pussy ass people like you. Like my dad, I've been working since I was 18, but I did get into a stump in my life when I was like 23 to like 20, just recently. Until recently, I got out of that, where you become so dependent of other people and you're no longer living your life. What I can tell you is this, brother. There is no feeling there's no feeling that game, that porn, that dependency can ever give you like you going out there and doing it and achieving it on your own. I'm telling you. The feeling you get from being able to stand on your own 2 feet, the feeling you get from progressing in life itself, you cannot replicate it through any kind of digital mainstream or game. You cannot. I know, yeah, you're 100% beaten Witcher or whatever masterclass you've achieved in Call of Duty, whatever the hell it is, or you're doom scrolling, whatever it is, whatever feeling you think you get of dopamine, you cannot replicate that whenever you work your ass off, you build the body you want, you have the life that you want to live, you're having sex with the kind of woman you've always dreamed of actually having sex with. And guess what? I'm saying all this right now and you're listening to it, calling me a bush boy or a goofy ass dude, and you're listening to that right now and you're in Dubai, chilling, and your 5-star hotel. Just imagine the kind of life you had if you could do that. Imagine you could get up and be like, shit, I'm going to Dubai today. I'm going to Dubai tomorrow. Let me call up one of my girl and let me go. Imagine you could say, all right, I want to go to Japan. I want to go to Japan. Let's book a place, whatever, high end, and have a good setup there. And you can just get on the flight and bounce. But video games can't replicate that. Social media can't replicate that. And there's no greater feeling than achieving greatness for yourself. And I think that any young man who's going through that, you're going to have to experience this. You're going to have to want it yourself for you to get out there and do it. But I'm telling you, man, the moment you start to actually live in that truth, it's a different kind of high, man.
I see.
It's a different kind of high. And you cannot get any of that feeling from anything superficial.
There's a unique kind of joy that we experience from having real power.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of being competent.
Ultimate power within yourself. It's different, though. It's different. Especially when you see yourself achieving such greatness. It's like, wow. Because you can, come on, you want to do cool shit. Who doesn't want to do cool shit?
Yeah.
You telling me you don't want to be in Dubai, you don't want to be in Monaco? Like you see those videos of Monaco of those rich millionaires. Millionaire, right? Millionaire, right? And they're driving around in their Ferrari with their pretty little white chicks, right? And you're like, damn, what that life is like. You pull up, boom, out your Ferrari. Bad bitch right next to you. You look up, your tape, chocolate. 6'4" caramel, right? Whatever. And then you get into your yacht. You have Mitchy Mitch there serving you drinks, tattoo, right? Boom, David comes through and he starts doing some bush boy dance to entertain you, right? Like that's the life you're living. That's really you, bro. That's really fucking you. I remember I saw Conor McGregor watching the Formula One, was it?
Yeah.
And he was parked this little Lamborghini boat.
yeah.
That's really Conor McGregor. If you saw Conor back in the day when he started, he was a broke ass dude. His wife was paying the bills. And now he's there. Oi, come on, lads. Oi, lads. Like, that's really you. And you can really make it happen. You can really be there. You can live that life. If you want 2-3 Bugattis, do it. What color is your Bugattis? Not Bugattis. Like, I'm just saying. Like, get up and start doing. Like, look at what Dave is doing. Look at what Mitch is doing. I know they're both goofy, but look at the cool they're creating. And I think the issue is that a lot of time you get in your own mind so much, like you don't want to start because starting sucks. No one knows you. No one cares about you. You got to go through the pain of people not giving a fuck. But if you don't start, when? Do you just expect to do something and boom, you're a millionaire? You got to start now and build it now. Build a foundation now. Why don't you just say, I'm building my foundation, just have fun with it? Why it has to be a grandiose achievement? Like example, this podcast I'm doing right now, I'd be shocked if even like 3,000 people watch this. I'd be shocked if 3,000 views it gets on this podcast. But do you know what will happen if they keep going at it in 3 years? What do you think they will be at if they stay consistent and creative? But they started in their GD ass room right now. That's the back of their house for real. Their little picture there, they're being a bush boy. That's really them, right? But like, you have to freaking start. You can't wait until everything is in place because there will never be a time where everything is in place. You just have to start and use what you got. And I'm telling you, just freaking start. We've all seen all these influencers and whatever guys we used to watch in 2020, 2019. Now they have millions of followers and they're living a crazy life because they just started, bro. They just started. So you too just start something.
And they keep on improving along the way.
Improving, and it compounds itself. Just keep going and it compounds itself. The issue is the beginning sucks because no one gives a shit. You're not getting attention. No one cares. But keep fucking going. Keep going.
There's this very famous saying that says that when you're building a podcast, don't expect the first 3 years to have any views at all. But everything that you build, whether it's a business or a podcast, it's always a J curve. It's always nothing, and then suddenly it's everything. You know, it always goes like that. The question here right now is that, are you able to eat through the shit hole of that nothing phase?
Yeah.
You know, one of the most important characteristics that a young man should develop is persistence and patience, right? Your ability to keep on going even though you see that there's no results at all.
That is true. I would say this though. That podcast analogy, I say fuck that, bro. You're living in a new world now. 3 years is like 8 years in internet terms. 3 years is a long time on the internet. And if you build anything now on social media and you're not getting views, and you think, well, I just got to continue doing the same shit that's not working for 3 years.
There's something wrong here.
There's something wrong here, right? So that's why I said keyword. I said creativity. When I said if they can continue this and be creative and persistent. I didn't say just continue videoing, recording people in their house and just like hope it works. But you can continue recording people wherever you are with what you got, which is iPhones right now, right? But then you can cut the clips out. You can create a TikTok page and you can just repost those clips to hopefully to get views, to have people questioning, who is Dave? Who is this goofy ass girl on the tablet, right? And who's this dude doing, wait. Like you create attention. We're living in a world where like you can make it happen and there's no excuses. So if it's taking you 3 years and no one gives a fuck, it's because you did not do the work you were supposed to do. You were not creative enough. You were not ingenuitive enough. You were not innovative enough. It's your fault. You're doing the bare minimum and everyone does the bare minimum. You have to go above and beyond the bare minimum for you to get the attention. right? Well, if we're talking about podcast terms, you know what I mean, or social media terms, it's like you have to go above and beyond.
It applies to everything, isn't
It
it?
applies to everything. Yeah, there's some people that do it and then they do it 1, 2, 3 times and boom, it blows up. But that's like you waiting around to win a lottery.
It's a special case.
That's a special case. That's a lottery ticket winner. That's like you looking at a girl or a dude who's 6'4", handsome, just got it all. He's got it all. The physique, the look, the smile, the teeth. You just want to bust his face open, right? And you looking at that and comparing yourself to him. That is a genetic freak. Like, that is a genetic freak. LeBron James, 6'9", bouncing like a freaking kangaroo, strong as an ox. That is a bull. That is a genetic freak. A genetic anomaly. Those dudes who are that big and like that strong and athletic, they're genetic anomalies. You and me,
We're
we're goofy ass bush boys. Real, but what I'm trying to say is like, don't be looking at the top tier. That's different. Don't look at people who got lucky, man. You have to look at what you can do and what you do have.
What we lack in talent, we need to compensate with effort.
Yeah, I think I heard this great saying by this poetic, this like really profound woman. I forgot her name, but she said, "Effort beats talent."
Yeah, I've ever heard of it as
Yeah,
well.
I
I'm not
heard
sure who is it, but I believe that she's right here as well.
Yeah, I heard that. She said, "Effort beats talent." You know, and I think this can connect to that for sure.
For sure. If there are young people listening right now who might feel a little bit awkward around people or who might feel insecure in their own skin, how can they build up their confidence brick by brick?
Oh wow! How you feel awkward around people and confident, you don't feel confident around others or insecure on your own skin. You got to get comfortable being uncomfortable, man. You got to get comfortable being uncomfortable. You know what you need to do. I don't even got to tell you. You know, you got to get out there and talk to more people. You got to go out there and put yourself in a room full of people you don't feel comfortable being around.
There's no
Push
shortcut.
yourself. There's no shortcut. You got to build that muscle, as you said earlier. It's a skill set. It's a muscle. You got to build it. The more you build it, the better you get at it. Like, look at you. I'm pretty sure your whole life you were really, really weird. People are like, I don't really talk to this guy. But now look at you. You're out here. He's out here interviewing a bush black man. You know what I'm saying? And he seems very comfortable. Y'all saw him doing the hui earlier. He did it. He's very comfortable, right? So I think it's just like as Dave achieved. Like, you put yourself out there. You constantly grow. You constantly want to learn. You constantly want to do better. You want to be better than you were yesterday. That's it.
Curiosity is a superpower, don't you think so?
I agree. I think curiosity is.
The eagerness to learn, the eagerness to... The humility to see the mistakes that you make and then to revise and then to be better.
Wow. Yeah.
Because I think that there's a very famous saying that says that from Navarra Vicana, I remember, pride is the most expensive trait of all.
The most expensive what?
Trait, characteristic.
Most expensive
characteristic.
trait of
Why?
all.
Because it costs you learning, and learning is very valuable in that
Oh,
regard.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I heard something along those lines. Yeah, I heard it. Yeah.
So
But I
in
think I heard a different one. But go on, please.
True. So in a sense, humility is basically the foundation of learning, and the learning is of uttermost importance in your life as a man.
I agree with Dave. 100%. I have nothing else to add. I think he knows how to clean things up, bro. He's like the chat GPT of a human being. You know when you throw shit at chat GPT, you're like, make it sound nice. And chat GPT just like, bro, yeah. What you mean to say is, you gotta look at the nucleus of the core. Dave is like the human chat GPT, dude. He knows what he's doing. So
Final question in regards to the second chapter, and then we're gonna move to the third one.
all right, brother.
I feel like our dynamic is very interesting. I don't know why. I feel like you are very chaotic and energetic, you know. And then
Don't fucking agree to that, you weirdo. Yeah.
meanwhile, I'm trying to channel the conversation and to set the order in so that it's gonna go in a productive way.
Hey, don't blame me. He was the one laughing so hard snot was coming out of his eyes and mouth. He was laughing so it was the bush boy and the he was like, those fucking monkeys. Bush boy, like you were just having he hears Bush boy and he loses it. He wants to be like, well, you're just so chaotic, Fred. I'm just trying to nurture us. Get the fuck out of here. You're having a great fucking time. You're the one that you were like, hey Fred, by the way, in the next question, can you dive into the nucleus of the Ghanaian accent, please? Like, that's you, not me. Look at this goofy ass dude. the nucleus of it. You really want to get tapped in when you listen to. I'm like, this guy. He hears Bush Boy and he loses it. He's gonna start calling his whole fucking family Bush Boy. Hey, shut up, Bush Boy. Oh my god. Is this still filming? How many hours is it?
This is 2 hours in. 2 hours in.
2 hours, 12 minutes. All right, okay.
Okay.
All right, let's go, bro.
I want to talk about social intelligence for a while.
All right, bro.
I think it's one of the most important skills that young people should master. Their ability to converse and their ability to connect with another human being. How can a person develop their social... Sorry.
How can this person develop their social intelligence?
Yes. You're the ChatGPT now.
No. I think this goofy means social intelligence. That's the ChatGPT. How can a person develop their social intelligence? To be honest with you. You see. He says me, the problem. Look at this guy. He's still laughing at the Bush Boy thing. So the goofy ass.
I just never had this much fun before.
He's having fun. I'm having a great time too, brother. So developing social intelligence goes back to the same thing as we said earlier, man. If you want to develop your social intelligence, it's a little bit different because social intelligence, if you do not have it or you're autistic, like what's that guy named?
Like me?
Well, I think you have some social cues. The one from Big Bang Theory.
No idea.
Sheldon Cooper. Yeah. Those of you who catch Sheldon Cooper, you know who I'm talking about. ChatGPT, pull up Sheldon Cooper. Okay, so those of you who watch the Big Bang Theory, you'll know Sheldon Cooper. He was an autistic genius and he has no idea what sarcasm is. He has no idea. If I come in, if this is my house and I see Sheldon sitting on my chair, the man's chair, and I'm like, oh yeah, Sheldon, why don't you just sit there? Why don't you? He'll really sit there. He'll really stay there. Like, cause he doesn't know, like he's so autistic, but so intelligent. He's not aware of like the social cues, right? Or even he'll keep talking to someone and keep talking about it, even though the person looks at him like, will you shut the fuck up? Yeah. He just keeps going.
He's not able to identify the things that we communicate with our faces.
Exactly. So whenever you are someone like that to that realm or to that extent, I would say you putting yourself in more environment like that is not going to help much. I mean, it's a hard way of learning because you're going in there and getting your ass fucking beat all the time instead of just taking the time and getting a trainer and getting good.
I see.
You could step in the ring and get your ass beat until you learn, or you can go get a trainer and they help you, and then you can then step in rings, get your ass beat, come back, reflect, learn from the coach, go back in, make some more mistakes, come back. It's a better way to learn. So I would say for that sense, I wouldn't say just jump straight into a social environment and force yourself to grow the muscle because you are already an idiot. You're blind. So you're not even going to see the things, and it'll take a long time for you to see it. So to effectively do it, ask friends to be.
Please finish.
Ask your friends to be frank with you, to be bold with you, to be honest with you. When you don't get something, have friends around who can be like, oh yeah, she meant she doesn't want to keep talking to you. And she did that, right? Just like if I come here right now, right, and I'm talking, right? If we're talking this podcast right now, check this out. Tell me what this means. If we're talking and you ask me the next question, I go, yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. It was just like, wow, it's getting late, huh?
You want to go. It's time to cut
exactly.
it off.
I don't have to, right? Or another one, I'm like, yeah, so you exactly. That means, especially if this is my house and this Bush Boy is sitting here. No. You're the visitor. This is my house, right? And we're talking, we're having a good time. If this is my house and I get up and I do this, it means it's time for you to leave, my brother. It's time for you to leave. I welcomed you into my life, my house. I've entertained you enough time. My goofy ass friend here cooked us food. And it's time for you to get the fuck out of here, right? But people who are not socially, aware of it will just keep talking like, oh yeah. So yeah, you were saying, hey, where's the Netflix around here? Let's get. Yeah, I want to talk to you about this new show. So I would say, if you don't aware, you're a blind person. So why don't you have someone who can actually help assist you to the things you're blind to, and over time you'll get better at it. AKA a coach, AKA a friend.
Social intelligence is your ability to identify social cues and to understand them, right?
And move accordingly.
How important is it to have mentors in life, generally speaking?
Absolutely. I think it's an absolute. It's an absolute. Like you might be so confident in yourself. You're like, I'm so confident. I don't need no one. But I'm telling you, having a mentor in your life is an absolute. And every single one of us at some point in time had a mentor. Your teacher could have been a mentor. Your father, you could be a mentor. Your mother
friends could be a mentor.
Your friend could be a mentor. Having a mentor is an absolute thing. I think a lot of the times we're so confident or cocky or egotistical in what we can accomplish that sometimes we feel we don't need any help. We don't need any mental help. And as I got older, 27 by the way, as I'm getting older, I have realized, many years ago, it's just like a mentor can help make the process so much easier.
And much more efficient.
And it help you see things, foresee things that have yet to happen that will happen. They can help you foresee things that have yet to happen that will happen. It's the same reason why parents insist on their children going to college. Because they know, well, in their time, we're living in a social media age now. But in their time, if you don't have a college degree, you can't get a good job.
Fair
so
point.
when they're forcing you to go to college, it's because they can foresee that you're going to need this. Right? And it's the same way I view like a coach in terms of having children. It's your job as a parent to direct your children down the right path. It's your absolute duty. Whether the child wants to or not, you are responsible for that child's future to a certain extent, and it's your job to direct them. AKA, that's why I view parenting as a coach. If you're a parent, you're basically a good if you're a good parent, then you're a phenomenal coach.
How would you... Sorry, finish.
No, that's it, bro.
If you're a good parent, you're a phenomenal coach.
Yeah.
Speaking of parenting, how would you raise your sons? Specifically sons.
As a coach.
As a coach.
As a coach, I would raise my sons as a coach. I would let them I would coach them. Basically, my job is to put them to the test at all times.
Put them to the test at all times? You mean you push them all
Example, if I have a little baby boy and let's say he turns, he's 7 years old. He's going to a school. He's like this school. And I'm like, all right, cool. You've been going to that school for 3 years? I'm like, all right, baby boy. Listen, so you're going to be going to a new school starting next semester.
Okay.
Why? I don't want to go to a new school. Why don't you want to go to a new school? Well, I don't know anybody in there. Did you know anybody when you went to your first school? No. So what's the difference? Well, all my friends in the other school. Who's to say you can't make new friends in a new school? Right? You see, you're putting the way I would raise my boys is to put them in an uncomfortable position to the point that they become comfortable. They become comfortable with the uncomfortable.
That's so cool. They faced uncertainty so many times to the point that it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be like those times again.
Yeah, and the only way they are gonna feel like it's gonna be all right is because they have a previous experience, and you call it what? Data or something along the lines. Evidence of their greatness or their success.
I have evidence that even though I don't know anyone in this school, I still managed to survive, and therefore, if I'm being thrown into another school, I'm gonna be all right.
Yeah, it's like coming to this house. I had no anxiety coming here, none at all. Because I just know it's going to be a good time. Like, because I've done such things. I'm like, it's going to, because I met you already. Well, that made it easier because I met him already. And she used to work with our goofy ass company. But yeah, because I knew, and I'm like, that's evidence. So I can come. But some people who might be anxious, I'm going to big Davido's house and I don't know how I should, right? But there's no such thing. It's just like, Davido's a cool dude. It's going to be a great time. Mitchie is there. It's going to be chill. If her boyfriend pulls up, even better.
You want to build confidence in your boys. Definitely.
Yeah,
confidence in themselves. That's basically the root of self-esteem, right?
Yeah.
I know that I can figure things out. I know I can survive.
Because I have done it. And I don't mean but because they've done it. Confidence there's a difference between false confidence and real confidence. I don't want you to walk around with an ego. You haven't earned it. Why do you feel so strongly about yourself when you have not done nothing to show that you deserve the way you feel? Do something. It's a beautiful way. Like, when you started hitting the gym, I don't know if you ever ran on a treadmill.
I do.
Okay, cool. So remember like the first time you run on a treadmill, I don't know, some of you guys might have kilometers and others might have miles. But here in Indonesia, the setting is typically kilometers. Ever try and run a kilometer without stopping?
No.
Have you ever done it?
No.
Try. You'll fail, but then try again. You'll succeed at some point. And then you'll be like, what the hell? I just ran a whole kilometer without stopping. Now what? You're like, if I can do that, I could definitely do 1.5 kilometers without stopping. Then I can do 2 kilometers without stopping. And then within 2 weeks, you're doing 2 kilometers without stopping, nonstop, just running. Then you come back a month later, you're doing 5 kilometers nonstop. And then guess what? That sort of confidence builds in you. It builds in you. And it's like, that's why the gym and working out is so important because it's layers on this shit. Now you're like, if I can do that, you're telling me I can't start a fucking clothing brand? That was hard as hell.
Yeah, that's cool.
I can't
That's cool.
Start a clothing brand? If I've been going to the gym for 3 months, I started as a fat or a skinny fat slob. Now look at me. I'm as sexy as Mitch's boyfriend. right? You're telling me I can't start a fucking clothing brand or a podcast? Look what I've done with my body. This is consistency and hard work. It's like a mental thing, bro. And that's what the gym is so important.
I find very interesting how the lessons you've learned in the gym can be translated to different aspects of your life.
Absolutely. That's why some of the greatest people, you know, the most like successful people, you know, they have a routine where they're moving their body. It doesn't have to be lifting weights. Moving the body. Name them and tell me who doesn't have a routine. Mark Zuckerberg is doing jujitsu now. He's a Joe Rogan guy. Oh, jujitsu. He's doing jujitsu now, dude. He literally, Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Facebook, he literally entered a jujitsu
competition
and hiding his identity because he wanted to genuinely compete. Like people wouldn't know who he is. He entered and won. Yes, the billionaire who owns Facebook and freaking Instagram is entering some random sweaty gyms jiu-jitsu to compete. And you can, what's the other one? Jeff Bezos.
He's jacked.
He got divorced and got in shape.
Yeah.
Right? He got divorced, got in shape, walking around with a beautiful young spicy senorita, right? That's what I mean. Even the people at the highest levels, they still consistently move their bodies. It's not that you have to go and lift weights. I believe that it's very important for you to move your body because God bestowed upon you a phenomenal thing and you have to move it. And I think the way you move your body is the same way your brain moves.
Yeah.
If you're stuck at home all day long in your room jacking off, you're never going to do shit because you're not even moving. And then that's the easiest time when all those negative thoughts get in your head. Tell me I'm wrong. When you're just like scrolling through, that's when all those thoughts invade your head. But go out there and do something hard.
I cannot imagine me squatting and thinking of a woman at the same time. Imagine you squatting and thinking of a woman at the same time.
No, you have to focus.
You're not possible. It's not possible to do that.
The only way to think of a woman is if a woman is looking at you. Yeah. Look at me, bitch. That squat is 250, baby. Woo, lightweight. Yeah, that's the only way. But like you can't be fantasizing about it. Fantasize about what? This shit is heavy. You better focus. It's pressure on your whole life, brother. You're going to crush yourself. So I agree with you 100%. And I say like, man, go out there and do something hard and then come back and tell me if you still have no confidence in yourself.
I think one of the reasons why I think it's very important for every man to go to the gym is because I've gained confidence when I went to the gym, not because of the way my body looks, but because I know that I can get shit done. You know? Like I know that if I said 12 reps it is, even though it goes through hell.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the reasons why I feel like physical strength is often translated to mental strength at the same time.
Why though? Because I believe every single time you achieve a small goal in life, in the gym, you're building break by break, brick by brick, brick by brick, brick by brick. Before you know, you're so confident in your capability that I can't come and punch you like, you fucking freckled ass Asian short ping looking motherfucker. You're like, man, fresh, shut the fuck up. You're a bush boy. You know, like you build it so strong that everything someone says or does to you, it bounces off of you like rubber because you've been building it. But the moment you let those vices come in, you let chasing women come in, you say, I'm gonna go to the gym tomorrow and you don't go, a break is removed. I'm gonna get up and I'm supposed to do this meeting with North 8. I'm supposed to have a meeting and you don't have the meeting. A break is removed. Oh, tomorrow Fred says he's free and he's gonna come for the podcast, but I'm feeling kind of lazy right now. Maybe I should just take the day off. A break is removed. Every single fucking time, even the small times you say, oh, I should go upstairs right now and get my charger. I'm absolutely free and I can do it. Mitch, right? A break is removed. It's like you're taking your power away, to a certain extent. This time, Mitch should have taken a charger. Really, she should have. But you didn't do it nicely enough. But in a sense, imagine if you're free and you're just looking for... Every time you don't do what you know you're supposed to and you say you're going to do, a break is removed. And a break is removed. And another break is removed. Before you know it, you're depressed and you're just wallowing in self-pity. Yeah, and you no longer believe in your capabilities. You remember once upon a time you were this great man. But you're no longer that. And then you have doubt. And then you take, oh, it's not doubt because I'm a really confident guy. Are you really? Then get it done. Well...
You destroy yourself.
Exactly. So every time you don't do what you know you're supposed to do, and you can put your mind to, a break is removed. And every time you do it, a break is added.
I think it's one of the most painful reality, isn't it? That by the little losses that you do, you're basically in a trajectory of destroying yourself. I think that there's a thing called a downward spiral, but there's also a thing called the upward spiral.
Facts. I agree 100%, brother.
You're either moving up or you're moving down. It's all that is.
Then explain to your audience the like upward spiral, downward spiral.
Upward spiral, for example, like I've been going to the gym. I've become more confident. I speak with women. I speak with women. I've become even more confident of interacting with people. Like if I know that they're gonna like me and I'm gonna be able to carry the conversation forward, who knows, someday I'm gonna meet a guy who's gonna invest in my company and therefore I'm gonna build my life. It keeps on going. Always level up.
That's
right?
beautiful.
Upward spiral, as you said before, it's compounding. You know? That's why I think like if there are young men listening right now who might feel a little bit lost, I think that one of the easiest ways that you can start building your life is actually by starting to build your own body first.
Wow.
Get started with the body first, and then your mind will follow. Your mind will follow, and then everything will fall into part slowly. It's everything in life is about building, isn't it? I think that's the reality of a man. You have to build something. I think that this is a painful reality also. I think that as a young man, we are born without value.
Facts. She has value though.
Yeah, women.
She has. You're a woman.
And you're pretty.
Yeah.
You're charming.
Yeah. You just stop there. She's a woman. You have value. You want to know why? I can't be a loser until I'm 20. Until I'm until I'm 20 fucking 8 or 29 and turn around and suddenly have a house. But you can. A man's gonna come pick you up, put you in a house, buy you a car, take you on your trips, pay for everything. You think a woman's gonna come and save this loser, this goofy ass bush boy? She gonna look at him like, you're 30. You're 30 years old. No one's gonna come and save you as a man. And I think the moment a man realizes no one's gonna come and save him, that's the day they become a man.
Yeah,
that's the day you become a man.
That's
So you
true.
pay attention now. You're gonna learn something.
I am paying attention.
What have we been saying? Talking?
No, I just need you to pay attention. Just grab a couple things. Don't be just taking the goofy and bush boy. Like, that's the only thing you take away. Like, yeah, goofy bush boy. Like, hey, there's some cool things to learn here for what your brother is also saying. Like, I'm learning too.
I appreciate it, buddy. Appreciate it so much. Okay, we are moving to the third chapter about love and relationships, and I'm gonna be
2:30.
2:30.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be very frank with you. There's an empty page over here.
For love and relationships.
Yeah,
Because you have
because-
no idea about it.
No, because I believe that you thrive when things are flowing naturally. And I believe that I just wanted to let you.
Wow, look at this professional podcast. He's like, yeah, I know my interviews, man. I know my people, and I know how to go about it. Yeah, it's actually a pretty good idea, bro. It's a really good idea.
Appreciate it. Let's start with a very simple question. What is love?
Jesus Christ. Did you just say simple? Hey, yo. You know how that's the equivalent of you sitting down with your dad. He's like, hey, son, come, let's watch TV together. You're sitting there, he's like, son, are you gay? That's like crazy. Let's start with simple. What is love? Sir, what is love? The only reference of love I have is from my father and my mother. And to me, love is care. Love is wanting someone to succeed even if you're not going to succeed. Like, you want them to succeed even if you are not going to succeed. To me, love is willing to do something for them that they will hate you for now that is good for them in the future. It's sacrifice. Love is sacrifice. Love is protection. Love is selflessness. Love is everything, man. But also love can be betrayal.
Really?
You can love somebody so much they don't want anybody else to be with them that you kill them.
What?
People kill their lovers, brother. People kill people they love. You never heard of someone killing their father to take over the company, take over the kingdom?
How is that love?
It's still love. You can you can cheat on a woman you absolutely love.
Can you help me understand?
Oh, shoot. You can marry a woman, fall in love with her, and still go behind her back and sleep with another man. Sleep with another man.
Now you expose your sexual preference.
Guys. You know,
It's 2025.
sleep with her. Yeah, man. It's when we open it up, baby. But yeah, as I was saying, you can marry a woman, fall in love with her, and still betray her. You can marry a woman, fall in love with her, and still lie to her. You can marry a woman, fall in love with her, and still kill her. Love doesn't mean I will not do fucked up shit to you. That's the crazy thing about love. That's why I said the only love I knew is from my mom and dad. I don't know love of other like women stuff. Like I know women still love me, but like I don't believe that. Like that love, I don't. You can keep that love. I don't like that love. I would take loyalty over love any day, respect over love any day. But when it comes to love, I got it from my mom and dad because that's the only true love you'll ever get. The only true love you'll ever get is really from a loving parent. People that want to see you succeed regardless of their failures. Regardless of their failures. Like when you love your sister right now. If let's say God forbid, you know, your sister, well, actually it's not God forbid, but let's say for instance, she gets a job and the job is like, hey, Mitchy Mitch, we've seen your drawings and you're just like so unique. The fact that you could turn a window into a shield is so chic, right? Would you like to come and work with us? And she's like, oh my God, this is a great opportunity. Where can I start? And he's like, yeah, we will fly you in as soon as next week. And you find out that she's going to go down to California to work there. And they're going to get her a place to stay, car, everything. Give her good money. But when she goes to California, she can no longer build this building with you because she has to go there and focus 100% on this new job, right? Because you love her, you're going to be like, girl, if you don't take this job, I'm gonna call Fred and tell him you're a goofy bitch. Like this is a goofy ass bush bitch, right? That's love. Like I know what you're about to do will most likely destroy what we got going on, but this is so good for you that.
Oh, okay. I'm starting to see now. Yeah, I'm starting to see.
That's what I view as love from my parents. Now, love from a woman or relationship between a man and a woman, that's way more complex. It's nowhere near the same. Because you can love a woman and hurt her in ways someone has never hurt her before, but you still love her. And that's why I think love is different for men.
Love is allowing the other person to flourish, even though it might carry unpleasant consequences to you.
I think that's part of being in love, yeah. Sacrifice, selflessness.
You mentioned before that loyalty and respect always wins compared to love when it comes to relationship with a woman. Yeah. Can you help me understand that?
Okay. A woman can love you and still not respect you. A woman can love you and still cheat on you. Absolutely. Absolutely. Women and men can love each other and still betray each other. You see? But if you're loyal to someone, could you betray them?
No.
If you truly respect someone, right, like respect them to the highest degree, could you do something that they're not in agreement with?
No.
That they've clarified, specified. Can you do that? No. So, but if you love someone, you can.
How?
By just doing it. Because me doing it does not take away from the fact that I still love for you. I could, listen, if Mitch was my girl, I could tell Mitch, baby, I would take a bullet for you. Right here, right now. Robert comes in, bitch, baby. And I'll take that bullet for her, right? And it's true. I really feel that way. Like, you don't think fathers with children, if a big family who go out there and cheat with these little girls and have sex with hookers, you don't think he loves his kids?
No, he loves them.
You don't think he loves his wife? You don't think he would die for her? You ever seen what happens to these men whenever their wives pass away?
I'm starting to understand now.
They're in shambles. They love their family to the core, but they can still betray them in other ways.
Yeah. I'm starting to understand now. It's not that simple, just because you love someone doesn't mean that you're not going to betray them. You can betray them and love them at the same time. Yeah, I'm starting to get it now.
Yeah, you can hurt somebody.
I can't. There might be a person out there who might be sleeping with other women, but still have affections for the wife and for the children. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm starting to get it now.
Absolutely. And I think that's a difference.
Possible.
It's not possible. It's happening. It's happening. It's not even about possibility. It's literally it. That's it. Like, it's happening. That's how things have always been.
Because I never thought that it was possible in the first place. How could that be possible? But now I'm starting to. I get it.
You want to know why you never thought it was possible?
Why?
Because you're pumped with estrogen. You're in a house full of women. You have two women here, your sister and and then you're the younger brother. So she's just pumping her nonsensical estrogen into your brain your whole life, right? So you're like, how can it be possible to love a woman and still have sex with another woman? Again, doesn't make sense. Because in her mind, that doesn't even make sense to her. She's like, hell no. You can't be with me and then put your little grimy hands on another woman with little bush boy hands, right? Because the dynamic and the difference between women and men, the differentiation and their view of love is so different. A woman's way of love is loyalty in that sense. Like, because you got to think about it. What does a woman offer a man that is priceless? Her body.
Fair point.
Her body. If it's not her body, but by her body, I mean her heart, really. I mean her heart. That's priceless. That's what she offers a man. This is all of me. That's what men get.
Utter devotion.
What do women get from men? I'm going to hit this motherfucking business. I'm going to create North A. I'm going to hold this podcast. I'm going to make this money. I'm going to buy you a house. I'm going to buy your goofy ass brother a house. I'm going to take care of the damn kids. We going to go. How many trips you want to go to every year? 3 trips? Where? You never going to Japan? You want to go there and meet those Japanese guys with the tattoos and tattoo in that parlor? We're going to make it happen. That's love for a man. I'm going to go out there and break my back for you to make your life as comfortable and as safe as possible. That's love. That's men love. Women love is, well, you're here and I'm going to wipe the tears off your eyes and I'm going to cook food for you and I'm going to sleep with you and then I'm going to say nice things to you and that's women love.
Nurturing.
It's nurturing. Man is different, man. I'm going to get up and do it. I'm going to go ahead and break my back to make sure your life is comfortable.
I conquer for you.
I'm going to go out there and do it. I'm going to go out there and conquer for us. Men love is, listen, baby, this house is safe. This house is safe, right? But the outside world is dangerous. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go get Dave. I'm going to go get Mike, the 2 fucking idiotic Mikes, right? For those of you that know that I have 2 friends called Mikes. Yeah, imagine that. If you have a Mike in your life, you know what I mean. I'm going to go get those 2 idiotic Mikes and I'm going to go get the other ones. And we're going to go out there and we're going to kill everything that is to oppose us. We're going to kill everything. Men, women, child. We're going to freaking annihilate everything. Cleanse it. Sorry. That's work normally, but not today. So we're going to cleanse it. We're going to absolutely cleanse it just so you can go outside and be safe.
The things
You never thought about that, have you? You never sat there and thought the fact that you can literally walk out this house right now and go and buy some damn honey bun at Endomart and nothing's going to happen to you. That's because of a love of a man. Man, one point, I was here. This is my kingdom. This is your kingdom. You kill my son, I come and kill 10 of your sons. You kill 10 of my sons, I come and kill 100 of your sons. At one point, you kill my daughter, you kill my wife. I sit there and we're like, this can't go on. I can't let this keep happening to my family. So you know what I do? I call the king, the other king. You're the king, I'm the king. We sit down and we make an agreement. Let's stop the killing because we love our wives and children. That's love. Women would do that. She'll say, fuck that king, bit his ass. They don't think in the way we think. And to me, that's love. That's a man's love. It's sacrifice. That's the old, I'm going to go out there and endure for you just so you can smile and look pretty, you fucking bitch. That's love of a man. But women don't get that. And what happens is like your situation, you don't realize it, right? She doesn't even realize it. Your whole life, she's pumping estrogen. So when I say a man cheats on his wife or has sex with another woman, you're like, that's not love. Huh? You think me putting my dick in this woman is a betrayal of me working every day and bringing you the money for you to live the life you've always wanted? You think this is too much? What about the last 10 years I've dedicated to you and the kids? 15 years, you have this big old house. How many cars I've done bought you, woman? You get a car every 3 years. Every 3 years, you get a brand new fucking car. Do you know how that comes about? Do you know what I do? And you're telling me going to put my little peen on some little thing for a little time is a betrayal? That's too much. You see, that's a man's love. But we're in a world now where us men love women so much that we're willing to be fucking pussies for them. We're willing to be like neutered. We're no longer savages. We're willing to just be what? What do you call it? What's the word for it?
What were you
civilized.
saying? Civilized.
We're willing to be civilized.
When we were meant to be savages and conquerors.
We were not meant to be, but that's what we were. Because that's the only way you could survive. You couldn't come around and be like, well, I'm not going to crack your head open even though I should, because I really think you made a mistake and it's not really a big deal. You could learn from, fuck that. What did he say to you? He said, your hair looks nice. Bring my fucking caveman back. I'm going to crack this motherfucker's heads open talking to my wife. Then I'll come and crack your head open. Because that's the life we lived back then. And now we're civilized because we want the world to be a safer place for our loved ones. And the only people who decided that is who? Who decided that for the world to be civilized? Men. You think women did? I know it's hard for you to accept. What do you mean? We have power. We're women. No, the fuck you can't. The only reason you're even able to think you have power is because you have the power that men let you have. Go to Saudi Arabia, go to Pakistan. Let me know if those women have power.
No, they don't.
Do you see what happens? When a man decide you don't get shit, you really don't get shit. But when a man loves a woman so much that he wants the best for her, we have to sacrifice that part of ourselves to make it more civilized for them. And I think a lot of the times, this is something I think it gets to me, where I feel like it's a beauty of it, and it's kind of sad whenever you see women always shit on men. It's like, damn.
Women shit on men?
Yeah, they shit on them. A man ain't shit. Man ain't this. You don't need a man. I just sit there sometimes and like, I think it's sympathy, because when you understand just how much those men sacrifice to get to the world we have today. The world is the most peaceful world we've ever had since its beginning of time.
Yeah.
This little chicken nugget here that y'all can see, she can literally travel by herself to Japan right now and go there for 2 weeks and come back and she'll be completely safe. 500 years ago, she would get fucking killed, chopped into pieces. But now, because men have come together and said, we love our wives and kids so much. Hey, don't do that. You don't do that. I don't do that. Let's stop all this killing. Stop it. Let's come together. Let's make it safer so she can walk around.
And your daughter can walk around as well.
Yes. I promise you, your daughter can walk around. I will not do anything. I will make sure nothing happens to her. And you promise me the same, brother.
Understand.
And what happens now? We have civilization.
So the fundamental difference between men and women is how they love.
Absolutely.
The way men love is they are willing to break their backs for the sake of the women. The way that women love is the way she nourished and takes care and heals and bandages the wound of the man.
Yeah,
that's cool.
And the sad part is if you dive too much into becoming like a woman, you will lose her.
Lose her who?
The woman.
The woman. If you dive.
If you act like her too much, you'll lose her.
I think women are disgusted by feminine men. Don't you think so?
Because it's not protective at all. That's why those feminist guys, you see them at those rallies. Go see who those feminists are actually sleeping with. The most ravages and savages of real men. It's different, bro. But yeah, it's biological. Don't get mad at it. Like, I'm not mad at it any more than a woman being a nagging woman. The reason why women nag is because they have to have the self-reassurance psychologically to assure that the decision they've made by giving you themselves was the right one. That's why they nag, right? Because when you think about it, let me give you an analogy, right? A woman, how do you, like, in terms of conquering, right? We're talking about the difference between a woman and men. Like, men are the ones that typically come and want to get the woman, right? Yeah. And what are the ways to get the woman? There are three main ways. At least in my book, there is. The first one is like, not first, it's not by order, but do you know?
No.
You don't know. She's a woman. She's not even aware. That's what I mean. Like, they just exist in a beautiful way, and they're not even biologically aware of what's making it work. But today she will. You will learn today. So there are three main ways, in my opinion. The first one is not by order. You have the mind, you have the heart, and you have the body.
Mind, heart, body.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mind, heart, body.
If one of them is being excluded, can they still get women?
Absolutely. There's so many women right now who are married to men that has their heart, but not their mind or body. You've seen a few of them.
Okay.
Right? Am I wrong?
So you just have to either have one of them, ideally speaking, having three of them.
Ideally speaking, it's three of them.
Okay.
You have a woman's mind. This is who she thinks about most of the time. Is she even thinking about you? When your name pops into her head, how does she feel about it? That's the mind.
Okay.
That's the mind. That's how you compose yourself in front of your woman. How she views you. Are you a go-getter? Because I guarantee you the way she talks to her, like some women talk to their men, like in a very, the only way they do that is because their men let them act that way. And they're like, well, I'm not going to sit here and be with if you're going to be a loser, I'll treat you like one. Instinctively, that's just how they are.
True.
But if you put them in a room with a man who's a man's man, aka Andrew Tate or whatever, right? They can't act that way.
Boundaries.
Because of the way the man comports himself. Right? So that's mind. Then you have the body. Body is sexual. That's just sexual, right? If you know what you're doing with your woman and you understand her, then you got it. And the mind really is your ability to see her for who she truly is. That's the mind, bro.
Okay.
When your woman thinks about the way you view her, is it like those billionaire, what is it, 50 Shades of Grey? You always know those goofy ass 50 Shades of Grey movies and novels. The billionaire just understands her like no other man ever has. He sees through her. That's the mind. All she could think about is him. Anytime she thinks of him, she blushes because she's like, oh my God, he really thinks I'm a goofy ass bitch. Because to him, I'm a goofy. Like, I'm so small. Any kind of game, any kind of shit test I try, he can foresee it and shut it down immediately without getting out of his character, without showing any kind of emotions. Then the last one is the heart. And the heart, I want to say, a heart is not something that you can take from a woman. You can't take it. You can take her mind by just being slick, knowing what to say, when to say, how to say, when to push, when to pull. That's the mind. You can take her body if you know what you're doing in the bedroom. That's the body. But the heart, Mitchie, can any man take your heart?
No.
Absolutely not.
Why?
The only way a man can take it is by what?
I'm not really sure.
You see, she doesn't even know. That's what I was telling you guys earlier. She's just existing in a beautiful world. She doesn't even know. She doesn't even know that a man can't take her heart. Her heart is something no man can take. She has to give.
Ah, okay.
She has to give.
Fair
You can't
point.
take it. You can take her mind. You can take her mind. You say a few things, you play a few things, you be around, You just say the right things in her mind, make her think, get her thinking, reaffirm it. She can think about the man. You can take her body. We know that. But the heart
It is something given.
is something given.
Does it work the same when it comes to men as well?
Hell no.
Men's mind, body, and heart.
No. Men are different because a woman can. How you gonna take a man? Well, of course, some women take man's mind. I would say it kind of works the same. To be fair, I think it does. I'll take that back. To be fair, in the words of my broski Michael, to be fair, right? Yeah, to be fair, I think it works because if you want to take a man's mind, you seduce him. That's true. If you want to take a man's body, seduction again. In the bedroom, and some men you lay on them so right that that's the only thing they think about the whole damn day. God, dog, I'm in the gym. Where my girl at? Right? So it's fair. And then lastly, his heart. I think the heart, you also cannot take a man's heart.
Always given.
Yeah, so I think it's something that's always given. But you can manipulate someone to give it to them. We've seen many people in history who've done that to women and men. So yeah.
For young men who are a little bit lost in the game of seduction, which is a game that all men should learn, I believe.
Yeah.
What seems to be the basics and the principles when it comes to seduction?
Seduction.
I
I think. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I believe that you do not become a seductive, charming young man as you were born with. It is something that you learn along the way.
Are you talking to me? Trying to fuck me or something? What's
but will that be reasonable? This is something that you learn through trial and error.
Absolutely. You absolutely have to. You have to put yourself out there and experiment and talk to women and talk and get to know women. You soon will find out that women are just that. They're just human beings just like you and I. They think just like you and I. They like things, they dislike things. They have a mom, they have a dad. They go to sleep, they get angry, they eat, they do everything just like you and I. But when it comes down to seducing a woman, seduction, I would say, is a game of knowing. Like, if you have to know the woman to be able to seduce, you got to know what they like, how they think. It's a game of knowing. If you know and understand it, then you can seduce.
I see.
Right.
You cannot seduce what you do not know.
Of course. Just like how you cannot plan for the unknown. How can you plan for the unknown?
You cannot.
You cannot. But if you knew without a shadow of a doubt, by the end of this year, this whole area of your house will be flooded, can you prepare for it
Of course.
effectively?
Of course.
So why can't you seduce a woman if you understand her? If you understand what makes her tick, if you understand what makes a woman go wow. And all women have similarities. Same thing like all men have similarities. I'm not saying all women are the same. No, but we are human beings at the end of the day. And we're bound to have similarities as species, right? So if you understand the way a woman's mind works, you get to talk to a woman, you kind of get where she is in that section, and you can seduce.
What seem to be the common grounds that all women seem to share?
They're all bitchy.
They're all bitchy.
But it's true. All men are egotistical, all women are bitchy. But I think it's different. Like, that's a weird thing, yeah? For men, the reason why we're egotistical, I think it's also a caveman thing where we have to prove ourselves. And for women being bitchy, it's not really bitchy. It's just like women have to continue. I feel like they were continuously complaining because it would continuously push the man to be more, to do more.
Okay. So
You know what I mean?
So the way they push is by complaining. Yeah, I can see that in my mom, to be honest.
There you go. Because I was telling you earlier, brother, I didn't get to clarify this, right? You have to think about how it must be like to be a woman. That's why I don't get mad at it anymore
okay, let's
after I
go.
understood it, right? a woman has no power like a man does. That's what we spoke earlier. The only reason a woman have rights is because the rights a man let you have. Because men really love women. And they're like, let's be civilized. Let's be safer. Because if there was no women around here, it would just be it would be carnage. Blood everywhere. Bodies everywhere. Right? So what I am saying is you have to also take into consideration how it must be to be a woman. Because you have no power. Imagine you meet a guy who just figures you inside and out. Inside and out, he knows everything about you. Like he knows how you're gonna act before you act. He knows how what you're gonna say before you say. The way your brain works. Then when it comes to even the sexual aspect of it, he fully has control of your body. And then now, the more time you spend with him, the deeper in love you fall for him. The deeper in love you fall for him. So what can you do at this point? Because you're on the losing ground. You're on the losing field. He's here, you're here. Isn't that right, Mitchie? He's here, you're here. He understands everything about you. The only thing you have left is your heart, right? He's here, you have your heart. But this is the thing. The more time you spend with this man, the more you like him. The more you like him, the sooner it will be that you give your heart to him naturally. So you're on a ticking time clock, a ticking time bomb, sorry. Right? He already has your mind. He already has your heart. The only thing left is your heart. And the more time you spend, the more you fall in love. The more you fall in love, the more you will most likely give him your heart. So what do you do in that ticking time, that limited time you have as a woman? What's the best move you can do?
I don't know.
You're going to try everything you can. You can't try and fight this dude.
Fair.
You're weak, Goofy. You're going to lose. The physicality is related towards a man. That's violence. So you're not going to do that. It doesn't even make sense. So what women try and do in that time period is they try and throw you off your game. They try and push you down to their level. And how do they do that?
No idea.
You know, I was at the gym today and this guy came and talked to me. What is that supposed to mean, baby? What am I supposed to do with that? You know, last night I went in a club. I was out with Christine and these dudes were all over us trying to talk to her and get my number. And
What am I supposed to do with that?
exactly.
I'm confused here.
That's the jealous game. Try and get you. They're trying to get that emotion out of you because you're here. They have to get something.
That's so cool.
Yeah, but she does it. She doesn't even freaking realize it. This little goofy ass woman. She does it. She doesn't even realize it. They don't do it like, oh no, he's here. I'm here. I gotta do something. No, it's just instinctual. It's in their DNA. Just like you and I getting horny is in our DNA.
I want to pull you out of your composure.
Yeah, I want to pull you. But it's not that they necessarily want to. They have to. I'm falling in love with you. You could be a goofy ass coward. How do I know you have the stoicism to take care of me?
I want to have a sense of control as well.
Yes. How do I know you're going to be maintaining your emotions completely, that when the wave comes and the hurricane comes, you can be a pillar? So they have to do this, and it's instinctual.
Oh, that? Yeah,
It's
okay.
instinctual.
Yeah, it
because
clicks
she's
in my head.
about to give you her heart.
It clicks in my head
And I can't
now.
give my heart to a goofy ass dude who's going to be emotional. Anything happen, he's going to let his emotion.
It
So
clicks in my head.
they play these games and they don't realize they're playing the games. And the games will come like try and test you on a jealousy. Maybe you don't bite it. Like, God was talking to you. Nah, yeah, I'm not surprised. You're a beautiful girl, baby.
The reason why they play these games is to test whether or not
You're
you
worthy.
are worthy of my heart. You know, how do I know you're worthy of my heart? When I know that you are stoic enough to establish a pillar in the household, and I know that I can depend on you.
I can depend on you regardless of what comes through. You will be firm. Nothing can shake you.
I see. That's
I want to
cool.
clarify. They're not doing this. Most women are not doing this knowing what's going on. It's instinctual. They don't know. It's just like right now, if I put a beautiful girl right next to you and I put her in a room, some babies are bound to bounce. It's instinctual. So they're not even knowing. And that's one of the ways. That's one of the reasons to do it. Another reason why they do that is not just to confirm that you're a pillar and you are worthy of her love and her heart. Because when a woman gives herself to you, you are capable of breaking her, brother.
Of course.
So she has to ensure that she's making the right choice. And that's one of the way her body, her instincts kick in and does that. Another reason why they do that is to try and garner a sense of control because she's losing control of herself. You have my mind. You're all I think about. You're the man I want to be with. You have my body. You know me inside and out better than myself. You can please me in ways I never knew I could feel. Now, the more time I spend with you, my heart is opening up to you and I can't stop it.
I have
and I
no
don't
sense
want
of
to stop
control.
it. I have no sense of control. I don't want to stop it. But I have to ensure something And one of the ways they can do it, apart from reassuring that you can be a pillar, another way they can do it is try and balance it. And the balancing is playing these games. These games are both trying to check if you're a pillar and check if they can get some power back. If you bite on her talking about some other guy or her ex, you're jealous. That's an emotion. They feed off emotion. They kind of, now you're tilting on your position, right? That's one. The other one they do is the chase and pull. Pull, chase. Maybe now she doesn't want to meet you that much anymore. She doesn't want to have sex with you. She doesn't respond to your messages. If you triple texting, double texting, where are you at? You're showing up to everywhere, wherever she is. Gotcha. Now you're no longer here. Got you, bitch ass boy. Now we're both here.
Now I'm controlling you a bit.
Now, not controlling completely, but now we're both in. We have some power of equivalence.
The dynamic of control, yeah.
Dynamic of control has changed.
That's so cool.
And they do it instinctively, bro. Instinctively. Animals. We're animals. You, I, them. We're all animals. And they do it instinctively. They can't even tell you what they're doing because they don't even know what they're doing. And that is why I never get mad at a woman for nagging. Because you want to know the most beautiful part about this is, brother, this is the most beautiful part about this, man. Women are so beautiful. Even after she gives you her heart, she never stops checking you. She never stops shit testing you to ensure that you still are the man she believes
that you are.
She never stops. I'm talking your mom does it to your dad to this day. And they were married in 2002, for God's sakes. She still does it to him every single week, every single month. And it's a sense of her ensuring that she's given herself to the right king, the right man. And another analogy I will use to finalize this is this. Imagine you're the man and you are Thanos.
Okay.
If you watch Marvel, there's a scene where Thanos holds the jewels, the Infinity Stone. He holds one of them. That's a woman's heart, brother.
Okay.
And she wants to make sure she's giving it to a man who's experienced, who's well-versed, who's stoic, who's strong. Thanos has gone through the millennia of conquering the galaxy. He's seen it all, done it all, experienced it all. His hands are callous, rough, and he can easily break that stone. And yet he holds it with such care and puts it on the Infinity Gauntlet with such smoothness and care and protection. And he keeps it there. And the fucked up part is, even with that, can you imagine the Infinity fucking Stones would still sting him every now and then to keep testing him just to make sure he's strong enough?
You're still worthy.
That's a woman. Like, she's being held by you by this strong hand, and she has to make sure that you're not an emotional, inconsistent, petty little man. You're not a man-child. You truly are a stoic or a king. And that's the testing. Because if not, imagine she fucks up and gives her heart to a boy. The moment he gets in his emotion, what is he going to do? Crush her heart.
True.
And then now she's scarred for life. So you should understand women whenever they're nagging. And you got to understand, you can, there's more details to this, like the nagging, where it's coming from. They're feeding from it, bro. They're feeding from it. If every time, you got to keep in mind, because she's always, if you do it right, you will always be the one who's the leader in the relationship. You're always the one who's like, charting the path. She's behind, she's right next to you. She's just looking up at you and following you. And you're just like breaking down every obstacle. Here, honey. Pop, pop, pop. There, honey. Pop, pop, pop. Honey, look at this bush boy. Keep going, right? So then at some point in time, right, she's going to want to feel like she has control too. And that's where the nagging comes in, even after she's giving you her heart. Right? Even after she's giving her heart, the nagging will come in. The nitpicking and the complaining will come in. Because she's trying to, you're doing everything, you're controlling everything. She's trying to find some way to control you too. And when she nags, if you respond to it, gotcha. If you react to it, gotcha. Because it's emotion. She feeds off of it.
So there is a proper time to respond to the nagging.
Never do it.
Never.
Nah. If you're going to respond to it with care, calmness, stoicness, and logic. Because the more you respond to the nagging, you're not doing yourself or her a favor. You're just taking off the brick of her value, her view of you. Okay. The more you respond to it, you interact and you start engaging with this little goofy ass girl. Yeah, I saw that. Why? But why did you say that? Frank came through here. You really play with it? What's she doing? Now you're acting like her.
You're pulling away a brick of your respect.
Yeah, you're acting like her. She's a woman. She's supposed to go on crazy and complaining about that. You're supposed to just be there. You just be listening. Be like, okay, is that how you feel? All right. What makes you feel that way? What you think we could have done? That's you. Nah. Well, I only said that Mitch, because earlier you mentioned I was a bush boy, and I want to tell you something. What are you doing, Fred? What are you doing? Trying to justify yourself, clarify yourself? It's your woman. She feels a certain way. It's an emotion. Don't feed it. Because if you feed it, that's the only recognition she will have to get your intention.
That's it's basically like very animalistic behavior, isn't it? If this is working, I'm gonna keep on doing this.
She will just instinctively do it to get.
That's what animals do.
Yeah, so instead, reverse it and feed her when she does the right thing. Like, I love the fact that you went up there and got that charger from me. You're the fucking best. There's no one else. You see, you just reaffirm it, and now she's getting the emotion because she's just a woman. I'm just a man. You're just a man. She's a woman. We're gonna be animals, and she needs to get fed with the attention and emotions. So,
how do you feed it? Right, that's the question.
Exactly, and most of us do the wrong thing and feed the other way. And guess what? I was in a relationship for 2-3 years, bro. I just came out that motherfucker like 3 months ago, and what did I do? I was feeding the wrong thing. So we argued every single week. Because that's the only thing. Because I'm someone I don't like. I'm not going to argue with you about it. But if you push me, I end up going into it. Because I'm so good at the other things. I don't cheat on her. I don't disrespect her. But then you going to find something to get. She had to find a way to get her fix, to get her food. And that's true. Complaining. And I'm like, what the fuck are you complaining about, woman? Oh my God. You complain about the most innate and now.
And then you understand.
No, I didn't understand it then. I had to get out of there and grow.
But now you do.
I do now, and I realize.
Oh, that's the reason why.
That's the reason why.
You wanted a sense of control.
She just needed it because she couldn't get it from me because she loved me more than I loved her. I knew her body more than she knew hers. What else could she get on me? She can't force me to love her like the way she loves me. Because you can't do that to me. I've been through enough. How you gonna force me to love you? The shit I went through when I was young, get the fuck out of here. I love you, but I don't think I'm gonna put myself on fire to keep you warm. It's not happening with me. So she has to get her food. She has to get her feeling, her satisfaction somewhere else.
How? Nagging.
By nagging, by complaining. And then when she's complaining, it gets you out of your character, and now you're feeding her into her emotions, and now she can Okay, I got you. Okay, you're not that far. Nah, you're here. Okay, because before you're so far. I love you more than you love me. I want to do more than you do for me. It's a powerless position to be in,
and nobody likes being powerless.
No one. So you have to balance it somehow. It's just like if your brother was the king and you're just the fucking king's brother, right? If you know at dinner time you can be like, man, that bald spot you got, bro, you look mad ugly with it. He's like, what did you say? You're like,
I got you.
Like, yeah, you might be a king, but around this motherfucker, I got you, right? You might be the king to the rest of the world, but in here, I got you. So it's like that for them.
I can control your reaction.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not just controlling this is the thing. Women don't sit there and they're evil like, yeah, I can control his reaction. No, it's instinctual. They don't even know it. She does not know when she does that fucked up shit to her boyfriend. She just feels it and does it. It's instinctual. Just like I told you, you and I were egotistical. We think we're always right. Look at me, rambling like I know what I'm talking about. But like, it's instinctual for them. So that's why I say, when I understood it, you can't be mad at it. What you got to do instead is understand it and start blocking it before it happens.
I see.
Yeah. Like example, earlier when you asked me, if you knew, like I knew I wanted water there. I didn't think about this one. I didn't say, Mitch, water. Like I could, but instead I went a different way because I knew if I went a certain way, she might not like it. Same with like if you have a wife and you have dinner reservation at 7:30 p.m., right? 7 o'clock p.m., sorry. 7 o'clock p.m. you have a dinner reservation. You have to leave the house at 6:30. You can tell your wife, honey, we need to leave the house at 6:30, so be ready. The reservation. And what happens? Your wife will be late. Maybe 10 minutes late. And now you leave the house at 6:40, 6:45. And now you're in the car complaining, da-da-da-da-da-da. That's woman energy. That's feminine energy. That's estrogen. She got you. She didn't do it on purpose. It wasn't purposeful. That's just instinctual. I was getting ready. Don't you want me to be beautiful? Are you saying you don't want me? It's instinctual. So instead, what you do is, when you're ahead of it and you understand how they work, what do? Instead, you're like, okay, dinner is at 7. I want to leave the house by 7:30. I know this woman so well. And I know if I say 7:30, she's going to be done by 7:40. And now we might be 10 minutes late. So instead, what do? You say, honey, I booked us a reservation. Be ready to leave the house by 6. And now when she gets ready at 6:15, you leave.
Still on time.
Still on
right?
time.
You basically move the time forward.
Yeah. Because you could do two things. You could say this. Let me say this. You could be like, okay, 6:30, get ready to leave. And she gets ready late. And then you're like, okay, because you got ready late, now we don't leave. You need to learn your lesson. That's masculine, right? That's masculine. You're like, oh, he's masculine. He's a G. Like, yeah, he's putting her in her place. He's checking her. Or another way could be like, you say, honey, be ready by 6. Let's say, be ready by 6 instead. And she's ready by 6:15. And then she's like, oh, I'm so sorry for being late. And you're like, don't worry. I know how you are. I know you take time to be as beautiful as you can. And I appreciate that, which is why I made sure to get ready earlier so we can make it because the reservation's at 7. Which one would you rather be?
The other one.
The other one.
The final one.
Exactly. It's the equivalent of having a teacher who's cool with you and then maybe you're laughing in the class and then you do something and they punish you. You're like, man, I thought you were my guy, bro. Like, come on. Like, the next day you come, you still like him, but now you're like, there's a bitter taste in it.
You're a bit reserved.
Bitter
now.
taste compared to you having that same teacher and you're being a little bit rowdy, and then the principal comes in and like, David, what are you doing there? Why are you da-da-da? And then you're like, oh shit, the principal's here. And then that cool teacher steps in and he's like, oh no, it's fine. David's typically the vocal of the class, and I typically have him explain certain things to his friends, to those that
They're
don't
gonna like
understand.
him even more.
You're gonna be like, oh my savior. And then now, the next time you come to class, what you gonna do?
Like him more.
Like him more, and you're gonna act
Much
accordingly.
more.
You won't be rowdy anymore. You act accordingly now because you saw he stuck his neck out for you. So you will respect him more and act. You feel it, yeah? You act more accordingly. You won't be as loud as you typically were because you saw he was willing to put his neck out there for you. It's the same way how I could punish you even though I'm still your husband. Yeah, it's masculine. Or I can know you so well, protect you from it, and then later on he calls you after the class and say, you see, Dave, I told you, man, you got to pipe down sometimes, baby boy. Like, I like you. I really do. But sometimes you get ahead of yourself, and that can cause trouble. That principal came in here, you almost got you in trouble. But I can't do it and save you like that the next time. So I need you to change. And now the next time you come to class,
You change.
You change. So which man should you be? The one who prepares or the one who's out here checking her by punishing her all the time?
And the one who prepares are only able to do so because they know human nature.
There you go. All right, that's a class on women. I can't believe I said all that for free.
Yeah, that's impressive, brother. We are on the 3rd hour right now. Let's move to the final chapter.
Did you learn anything?
Fortunately, in this final chapter, there's only few questions here.
I love the way you said fortunately. Like, oh, we're finally fucking done, dude. Yeah, Bush boy. Yeah. So, Bush boy 1, 2, 3.
If you could turn back time when you're still 20, what are the things that you would do differently?
Jesus Christ, man. That's just 7 years ago. You make it sound like, oh, if you could turn back time when you were 10 years old. That's just 7 years ago.
8 years is a lot of time.
I would definitely buy more into crypto and leave it there. I bought into it. I made some, but I took it out. I would have definitely bought more crypto and leave it there. But in terms of the things I would do, I think what I would do differently is I would just start.
Fucking start.
Just start, dude. Whatever it is I wanted to do at that time, just start it, man. Don't overthink it. And maybe also learn Indonesian. Aku nggak bisa bahasa Indonesia bagus, bro. So maybe just learn Indonesian. But honestly, I don't regret much of the things I did in my 20s. I really don't.
No,
I think not many. It really is just financial. Like, because I made a good amount of money from crypto in when I was like 18, 19 from the bull run, the bull run. And so when I was 20, it was still a bullish run. Actually, it was still. I think I was making money then. It's not much really, because I was making money. I was fucking bitches. I was happy, bro. Was I in great shape when I was 20 years old? Of course I was. It's me. So there's not much. I would say I just wish I had invested more into crypto and held it. Because at that time I was investing, bro. Like, there's things, if you could go and download this, I forgot the name. I still have it on this phone, but it's a wallet, where you can put fake money in and then just like view your simulation, and you can see how much you would have. And I remember I did that for money I had at the time, and like I took it out later, and I made some money, right? But if I left it, bro, if I added into it, I'd be a millionaire, like crazy millionaire, bro. So I think that's just it. I think all of us think the same way. What about you? Well, you're still 20.
I'm still 20. That's why I was asking.
You're still 20?
Yeah, I am still 20.
You're 20?
I am 20.
No wonder this woman is pumping estrogen into you. She's out here brainwashing you, bro.
I should hang out more with you so that I can pump in. You can pump in testosterone.
Bro, you gonna come in here. You gonna talk different. You're like, don't talk to me like that, woman. You goofy bitch. Your dad's like, don't call your sister a goofy bitch. But she a goofy ass bitch, old man. Yeah, she go like, shut up, bush boy. Whatever. You just gonna walk away, yeah. But I'm joking.
What kind of father and husband do you aspire to be?
Oh, wow. What kind of father or husband I aspire to be? I think I aspire to be the best that I can be, honestly. I like the way I am. I like the way I think. I think I have a clear understanding of what it is that works, what it is that doesn't. And I just hope that I learn more. Because what I thought I knew, it's just beautiful to see my... I was like, whoa, it's just beautiful. I'm just so right. I feel like I'm just out here just sucking myself off or something. But I do want to say, it's not about me. It's just, it's a, you know that feeling when you level up? You can feel it. When you level up, you're like, oh, I'm on a new level mentally.
There's a sense of progress,
yeah,
right?
I'm on a new level. Mentally, I'm on a new level. I can do more. I can think better. I feel that now. And I think that's after the relationship. And I think I had to go through that relationship.
You have
I had to grow. It was a beautiful relationship. And I was one of the best person I could have had for that time in my life. Truly. And we're still friends till now. Till this day, as it feels like years ago. It's just a couple months ago. But I feel like I had to go through that and see myself in a position where I'd never been in my life before, which is a subservient position. I was the back burner. I was in a position where she was making the money. I was the broke one. I was following her to places she had to go to because she was the money maker, right? In my whole life, I've always been in front. And I had to take a backseat. And I think that humbled me.
It hurts your ego?
No, not hurt my ego. It humbled me. Humbled me about what I thought I should do, I can do, I will do. It humbled me to say never. Therefore, now that allowed me to think in different ways. So when I got out of it, I was able to reflect and truly grow as a person. Grow as a person, right? And then learn from the mistakes I made. Like now, my true understanding of women, I can't get mad at a goofy for nagging me anymore. I can't get mad at her for being the way she is. It grow. Another aspect of myself, I learned something about myself. Like one thing that's funny, I'm an active person. Even if I don't go to the gym, I will find a way to move. If I can't stay still, like I can't be just still for 1 week. I'm going to move my body. I'm going to listen to music and move my body. I learned that about myself. There's other aspects of myself that I learned that if I feed into my laziness, I can become a real fucking loser. Right? I learned that. I'm like, whoa, I never knew I could become this pathetic. Right? It's phenomenal. I learned so many things about myself. And it's like, until you truly go through it, you don't know who you think you know. But until you really are put to the test, you don't know. So I think going through that, I was able to grow from it in a phenomenal way. And now I can feel my level has gone up a bit, has gone up significantly to where I was. Because I look back and I'm like, why the fuck was I wasting time doing that shit? Not the relationship, but just like wasting time listening to books and reading manga. I'm like, what the fuck was I doing when the world was passing me by? Growth, man, growth. Yeah. Growth. So to answer your question, I just hope that as a father, as a husband, because people that know me know I want to have 3 wives.
You want to have 3 wives?
Oh, I want to have 3 wives. Shit. You don't?
I don't know. No, you don't want to.
You don't want? Look at me in the eye, look at the camera and tell the world right now, if you had a choice and God came and bestowed upon you, hey, Dave, you can have a Chinese or Asian wife, you can have a white woman, and you can have a big booty Latina with big old bitties. All 3 of them gonna love you and do everything you want and be submissive and love you however ways you want and be happy. You gonna tell God and say, actually, God. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm looking at you in the eye and I'm seriously thinking about it.
Don't let the estrogen fool you.
I don't think so because the estrogen is fooling me right now.
The estrogen got you.
The estrogen is poisoning my mind.
Because if I look at her, she'll be like, nah, I don't want 3 husbands. Because it's just natural. Why would she want to give herself to 3 men, right? It's like, who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows, right?
But I'm 20. I have this idea in my head that there is going to be a lot of things that I don't understand and a lot of things that will change my mind in the future.
For sure. Oh yeah, when I was a goofy, I thought like you too. I remember I was younger. I was a little goofy ass bush boy. I was like, I think I was 17. My dad was talking to me. I still remember I was in a room. I was in Indonesia. I came to visit. My pops was like, yeah. He's like, when you're a man, he says, little guy, with these, my dad doesn't refer to women as women. He refers to them as creatures.
Creatures.
He's a wild guy. This is a man. He's a wild guy. He refers to them as creatures, but it's one of the most loving guys I know. My father is Captain Save-A-Ho. If you know what that means, it's a man that marries women that already have children and treat those children like his own. Pays for everything like their children. If his kids are going to a private school, so are that woman's children. If his kids are getting 10 packages for Christmas, so are the woman's children. He's that guy. Wow. There's no difference. Like, to him, he talks to his children the same way he talks to the stepkids. He's absent in his children's life the same way he's absent in his stepkids. Like, he's that guy. So when he refers to women as creatures, not from a malicious standpoint, he's an older man, boomer. They think differently. So he refers to them as creatures. And he was telling me, little guy, with these creatures, you got to always remember 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Always.
1 foot in, 1 foot out. And I'm like, oh man, even for your wife? He's like, little guy, these creatures, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And keep in mind, I'm from America. I'm with a woman I consider my mom, and she's loving it. She's the best. I'm like, I could never have a woman like my mom, and I'm gonna be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. But I grew and I realized, it's the difference in men and women. As a man, you keep 1 foot in that relationship, and the other one is in reality. Be prepared, just in case. That's your duty. You gotta be ready. She could wake up the next day and not love you anymore. If you have both your foot in, how the fuck is you gonna
collapse?
You're done.
Okay. I'm starting to understand now. Yeah.
Mentally, you're done.
I'm getting it.
You got to keep moving. There's a reason why, right? As sad as it may be, in a household, in a family, most times, if the mother dies, unfortunately, as sad as it is, the family can continue living their lives.
Because
the father is still present. He still brings the money. He still breaks his back. But if the father dies, they can be homeless within a couple months.
The rate of survival is lower if the father
lower,
dies.
because he's the one bringing in everything. So 1 foot in, little guy, 1 foot out. I'm just saying, man. It's some people, the young ones in the audience might not understand this, but they will grow to understand that there's truly a difference. And like I said earlier, I explained to you the beauty of a woman. Now that you understand it, then just move accordingly and be the best man that you can possibly be to her. Don't overthink everything she's going to do or say. Just let her be her. You be the best man that you can be, and be aware of the things she does and why she does it.
And you
Pick the best one for you.
And you already know what the best version of yourself looks like.
Hell no. I'm 27. Jesus Christ.
You don't know?
Absolutely not. I'm 27. Dude, I have yet to achieve grandiose goals. Like, how can I know what the best version of myself is? If this is the best version of myself, I failed. Jesus Christ, living in Bugattis, bro? Like, God, dog, that's the best version. Might as well be a bush boy. You know what I'm saying? So no, this cannot be the best version of myself. I don't even think this is the best version of myself mentally, if that's what you meant in terms of maturity and train of thought. No, I think there's still room to grow. Because if I was able to grow from that relationship, imagine 10 years from now where I would be mentally.
I see.
If I can grow from that, what discovery will I have in 5 years? Especially with the help of Chat GPT.
And that's the exciting part, isn't it?
Yeah, bro, learning.
What I'm trying to say before is that you already know the things that you have to do in order to be a kind of man that you would respect yourself.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay. Awesome. Final question. Wow, can't believe it.
Whoa, we finished? I thought we were going to go on until the day we die. We just finished at 3 hours, 20 minutes.
3 hours and 20 fucking minutes.
This is not the longest one you've had, is it?
This one breaks the record to be the longest one.
What was it?
The second longest one is 3 hours sharp.
Yeah, ended it at 3 hours sharp.
It
really means you were done at like 240, 250, and y'all just kept rambling into the 3, or it was really just like
no, it's
organic.
Organic 3 hours sharp.
Dang,
So
three is your lucky number. By the way, those 20 minutes is him laughing at the Bush boy joke. I'm just saying. Like, he took 20 minutes. That's goofy ass dude. He laughed at that for like 20 minutes. About, can you get into the corone and the nucleus of the Ghanaian accent? I'm like, bro, just ask your question and let's go. Anyways, sorry jokes.
Yeah. For the final question, I always love to end the podcast with this same closing thought. What is good life? What is a good life to you? What is a life well lived in the end?
Oh my God, what is a good life to you? What is a life well lived in the end? Jeez Louise, this is a good life to me is a life well lived. And what is a lived life, right?
Okay.
A good life is basically being able to go out there and try. That's what I would consider a good life. Well, a good life. Let's talk about a good life first. A good life is waking up every day and not having to worry about bills, not having to worry about things.
Freedom.
Absolute freedom and health. I don't have to worry about anyone that I care about being in a hospital, being sick, right? Those things, no matter how much money you have, man, if things like that happen, it's really hard. Really, really hard. You can have all the money in the world. It's hard. So a good life to me is waking up and not having worries. Be it financial, health, mental, right? Or physical. Now, when it comes to a life well lived, is a life that what a life well lived to me is a life that I went out there and I tried. It's not even about succeeding. It's just trying. If I wanted to become a surfer, I went and I tried to be a surfer. If I wanted to learn how to fly a plane, I went and I learned to fly a plane. It's a life well tried. Like I tried. I experienced things. I tried. You can't knock someone out for trying. Like, that's corny. If you think you're going to make fun of someone for trying something, it's corny. That's words to A$AP Rocky, by the way. So to me, a life well lived is a life of trials. Just trying. I used to knock people down who would always do new things. I'm like, wait, last time you said you're doing this, now you're doing this. Like, what? You can't pick. Nah, as I get older, I'm like, wow, I wish I was like that. I wish I was someone who was so exploitative that would try things and be willing to try things. I think this deep voice is getting to you.
Yeah.
It's also getting to you too. Yeah.
A good life to you is a life where you do not have to be anxious or worried about anything.
Correct.
A sense of peace of mind.
Yeah.
A life well lived in the end is a life where it's a life filled with so many things that you have tried. A life where you are so open to new experiences that you had the adventure of your life.
Correct. That's why it's hard to see people who do different things and hate. Like, why hate? If they dress differently from you and you don't agree with it, why hate?
Are we gonna speak in a deep voice right now?
I'm not. This thing is this oil is like, you know, it's so stuck in it. Stuck in my throat. So I'm not complaining though. Yeah.
Mr. Fred Allen, thank you very much for the podcast. I really appreciate you. This is by far one of the most legendary podcasts that I've ever done.
What was your favorite part about this podcast?
The favorite part?
Yeah.
I love how you crack jokes until I almost died. About the bush boy. I nearly died, seriously speaking. I can feel my lungs suffocating.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, by the way, thank you very much for listening. Appreciate it. Thank you very much, Fred. I really appreciate you so much.
Thank you for having me. I almost died, but thank you for having me, guys.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. In 3, 2, 1, we are done.
I got something for you, bro.